We finally hit the point of my streamer arc where I can just go live with no actual plan. People will show up. Incredible. I'm truly blessed. We're in the classroom today. Hi, everybody. Let's go to the other BGM. We're gonna go to the BGM. This is just the regular chatting BGM. Very, very quiet, because if I turn it up too loud, it'll be so loud that you can't hear my blah blah blah. My blah blah blah. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hi. Did not make it one lettuce? No. No. Golly. So I was gonna have a guest today. She couldn't make it. We're gonna reschedule. I decided to go live anyway because today is a day where there was just a lot to talk about, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna talk for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, I don't know. And then maybe I'll play a video game, maybe Star Rail. I've been putting that off for a long time, although I do have to finish my book in Final Fantasy as well, so one of those things is gonna happen, I don't know. After this, but this is a Twitch stream, so Twitch lets me have that flexibility. I feel a little weird doing the flexible streams on YouTube, but I'm gonna try to upload this stream and last Tuesday's stream to YouTube. You're all for railing a star? Yeah, I should rail a star because I'm so behind. I didn't finish my book, either. Final Fantasy. I gotta do both. I got a lot to do. There's so much to do in streaming these days that I almost feel like I should add another stream day to my week. I was originally like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It feels like it's not enough. It feels like I need to like stream more because I have so many games I want to play. And every time Tuesday rolls around, I just have to yap, or if I don't yap, I'll go insane. I need to yap badly. I need to yap about games. How's everybody's evening? How's everybody's Tuesday going? Long weekend, right? So I streamed yesterday, so it's been a long time since we've chatted. Yes. Have my sody. I have 6 days to complete the Star Rail content. I think that's not enough days. I have to stream on Monday when I get back from Disneyland. Disneyland, which I'm very precise in my language. I'm like, I'm going to Disneyland. People are like, in Florida? No, that's Disney World. I'm an adult. I know the difference between Disneyland and Disney World. Okay, let's just get right into it, okay? I'm gonna shuffle off. I did a new thing with my overlay. First of all, I still have the chalkboard. Which is nice. We can do the chalkboard. Hi. Chalkboard. You've been depressed as fuck, so I set up a barber yesterday, made lemon pepper chicken, take your breast, and sun-dried tomato. That sounds delicious. I made cheeseburger and french fries. I like to double fry the fries. You cook the fries, and then you fry it. You cook the fries in a little boiling water, soften the middle out. Then you put them in the fryer, and you fry them. And you take them out, you let them drain, and then you fry them a second time. It's a lot of effort, but it makes them a lot nicer, because they're nice and crispy that way. If you put a little vinegar in the initial batch of boil, the fries won't get too brown when the fryer. But then they do have a little bit of a vinegar taste, so it's up to you if you like that. I didn't do it that way this time, and they just get a little bit brown, and it's totally fine. They're nice and crunchy. You do that with onion rings? Yeah, you gotta double fry them. Because the first fry is just to, like, get a little coating of oil on them. The second fry is what makes them crispy. Or they don't get crispy enough with just one fry down, I find. It's hard, though, because you gotta heat the oil to 300 degrees, or 350 even, if you can. I get up to 300, that's usually pretty good, but any cooler than that, and they're not gonna get crunchy. That's my fries technique. Works pretty well. Try it at home. They're just like, if you cut them small enough, they're just like McDonald's fries. McDonald's fries are fried in beef tallow, though, so they're not quite the same. I just use vegetable oil. If you have peanut oil, that's even tastier. That's like a Five Guys fry, but peanut oil is expensive. I got my chalkboard, so that's nice. They're not beef tallow in Europe. You're missing out. I don't know if they're still, are they still beef tallow? Are they still fried in beef tallow? Whoa, I did a thing. That's weird. Wingstop, I was moving my screen to maybe do a little glitchy thing. Wingstop is better than Five Guys? I don't know if I've had Wingstop fries. I don't know if I had those. Five Guys, they just give you a lot. They give you a whole pile of fries. They give you all the fries in the world. I just go and order one large. And I guess that's enough to split between 2 people usually. Get one milkshake and split that. The portions are so huge at Five Guys. I feel bad because Suse from HoloLive, she had that clip where she's like, I went to America and I got McDonald's and it was bad and not good. And I was like, oh, Suse, somebody needs to mind you. You need to go to the real restaurant. You need to go to Red Robin or Five Guys and get the actual giant American burger. McDonald's sucks. The worst McDonald's are these American McDonald's. Yeah, Japanese McDonald's is good. That's what I'm saying. And then they're like, oh, I bet it's going to be special because it's American McDonald's. And it's not special. It's the worst McDonald's. It's the boring McDonald's. It doesn't have anything cool or interesting. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm sure she was so disappointed. Like, I thought American portions were big. I thought they said the cheeseburgers were bigger in America. Not at McDonald's! Yeah, right? Yo, I felt so bad. Somebody needs to teach these girls how to pick a United States restaurant. I'm good at restaurant picking. You can throw me in any country. This is my special talent. If I were in like a White Wolf game, I have like a carousing score of at least 4 and a specialty at picking restaurants. I know how to eat, damn it. You can throw me in any country. You can throw me in any situation. I will find the restaurant. Should come to the Midwest, we got Bubba 33. Yeah, exactly. She was in New York, and she was like, ooh, I'm going to go to the McDonald's in Times Square. You are a fool. You were not taught properly. I know it sounds like it's going to be cool, because you're in America, and this is the most America place you can be, but actually the most America place you can be is like, yeah. That's terrible, right? It's going to be the worst experience ever. I know. Somebody should have taught her. I thought I can go to a whole new Mexican place with chain price and change fast food. Yeah. We have a McDonald's up the street. We get McDonald's a lot because it's like quick and easy if I'm coming back from piano lessons or something. Well, I probably eat McDonald's at least once a week, which is bad. But if I go back on a diet, though, I won't be eating that shit anymore. Yeah. The problem is, New York has good food, but it's a little bit tricky. You kind of got to go to like a hole-in-the-wall place, or a place that isn't crowded, or like a place that isn't commercial. But like if you go to Philly or Pittsburgh, you're pretty much anywhere you go is going to be fine. But you know, they were in New York for the concert, so that was where they were. And they, you know, again, like if you're coming to New York from Japan, you think like, ooh, this is the place. This is the central of all American culture, and it's like it's kind of not. Kind of sucky. It's like if you go to fucking Chinatown in Washington, D.C., it's just all chain restaurants. It's like you're not going to get real Chinese food. It's like P.F. Chang's. Go to Chinatown in Philly and it's fine. And of course, I would have been the best. Yeah, right. You would have assumed it would be the best. Yeah, exactly. But it's pretty much better in every other country except America. It's wild. It's terrible. You would have assumed. But it's not. It's the worst McDonald's. Urban McDonald's is good because they serve beer. They used to serve beer at, like, the one fancy McDonald's in my hometown. And they had pizza there, too. It was, like, a better McDonald's, but it was, like, an experiment McDonald's. Sometimes they do that kind of stuff in Ohio, because Ohio is, like, the most normal city, the most normal state. So, like, they basically, like, if they're going to test market something, they test market in, like, Cleveland or Columbus. Yeah, they used to serve pizza. They serve pizza at that one in my old hometown. They test market in Cleveland and Columbus a lot because, like, that's supposed to be, like, the most normal Americans, right? They're not weird, I guess. So they're like, this is, like, if it plays in Cleveland, it's gonna go well over the rest of the country. So that's, like, that's, like, a thing that they do. I don't know. Vegas also is a test market for a lot of stuff, too, because, like, a lot of tourists come by. So they basically just, like... Are we here to laugh at Concord? We are. Let's laugh. We're gonna laugh at Concord with me. Okay, hang on. I got a new gimmick. Hang on. I'm gonna get rid of the chalkboard here. And I'm gonna put up my projector board. My projector board. For whiteboard. Whiteboard. My whiteboard so that I can like put stuff on the screen. I'm trying to be organized about how I do shit around here. So we go. Oh, an important update. We're projecting now from my projector. All right, important update. Concord fans, all 3 of you, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC. I want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and the passionate community. I think 100 people are playing this game right now. Okay, let's talk about the Concord. Let's talk about Concord for a second. Okay, listen. I hadn't even heard of this game existing until somebody was like, "Oh, that game that Sony was launching really bombed." And I was like, "Sony was launching a game? Launch Concord for developers and players?" I was like, what game did they even launch? I don't even know. Oh, this is a game called Concord. So I like went back and like watched the trailer. I was like, "Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing this trailer at one point and thinking, not interested, because I'm not big on like hero shooters in general. Like I don't play Apex, I don't play Valorant. I played Overwatch for a little while. Yeah, we were literally watching the trailer. Yeah, like I think it was probably a Game Awards or E3. It must have been E3. Must have been like the E3 thing. And like watched it and we're like, so that game's, yeah, Power's like, that game's been set out to die. Oops. Oh my god. Time for the Marvel Rivals sweep. Marvel Rivals looks decent. It's always coming out with everyone's playing Deadlock, which is stomping it. Yeah, so I heard about this game when I heard it was getting crushed, and I had just heard about Deadlock, which is Valve's new thing. Marvel Rivals actually seems like it's gonna be ass. I agree, Marvel Rivals looks good. I might actually try that one. That might be a game we try on stream. This kind of needs zoomed in, huh? Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me zoom in on my whiteboard here. Yeah. Many qualities of the experience resonated with players. We also recognize that other aspects of the game at our initial launch didn't land the way we intended. Therefore, this time we decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. When we determine the best path ahead, Concord will cease immediately, and we will begin to offer a full refund. This is fucking unprecedented. This is actually unprecedented. Like, can you imagine? Never mind, we're gonna refund everybody the $40 that they spent on our shitty game. Unfucking believable. It's so fucking crazy. I have a lot to say about this because, like, your point, Lurker, like, it is classy. It's good that they're refunding. Like, I mean, I didn't think they would. My thought was like, okay, they're gonna take this offline and they're gonna convert it to free to play. Because free-to-play, they might have a chance of making some money back. But the problem is, like, somebody asked me this on Twitter, and they were like, well, why don't they just convert it to free-to-play? They probably are going to do that. That's probably what they mean by explore options that will reach our players, because charging $40 for this was a mistake. But people always say what they want is to just pay money for a game and have it forever and not have this battle pass crap. But the thing is that in a ecosystem where that's not how it works and other people are offering their game for free, you're competing with people who are offering their game for free. You're competing with Fortnite, you know, a game that's free. You're competing with Overwatch, which right now is a free-to-play, isn't it? Like, I mean, all these games are not, they don't charge money for these games anymore. Apex is free, right? Am I crazy? Like, all these games are free. Hi, Reptile! Yeah, we're talking about this Concord thing. You're one of the guys who actually bought it. Listen, I'm gonna say they're just free. I'm gonna say, first of all, I've not played the game. And I don't normally like to talk shit about a game I haven't played because I normally like to experience it before I say like whether or not it's this or that. But I am not spending $40 on this, and now I can't anyway. No, I can't do it because you did order it from your library. Oh, the library. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the game because it's done. It's over. Like, even if I wanted to spend $40 on this game, I can't now because they're not selling it. They're refunding it to everybody. Like, I would have waited for it to be free and tried it and just been like, oh, we were gonna play Suicide Squad at some point because I did get it free on Epic Store when it was free. So we're gonna do a Suicide Squad night. I don't know when, maybe in a couple weeks, we're gonna do Suicide Squad. Again, I didn't pay for it, but I do want to check it out and see what the fuss is about because I'm like just curious, you know? Yeah, I don't want to pay $40 for it. Yeah. Relaunch the game for a collectible knockoff of Cowboy Bebop shit? I see. But do you get the collectible knockoff of the Cowboy Bebop ship in the game? Because the game's not gonna exist. Or do you get it, like, in Star Citizen? For the PSN app. Oh, okay. I don't fuck with that. I don't know. Concord was C08 because it's another hero shooters that doesn't think it's always... Yes. So, like, this is my... So, you're gonna hear a lot of people saying this game failed because it's too woke. But there's a I feel like saying that is thorny because it gets into oh, we don't want to see black people in a game, and that's really not the problem. The problem is that the character designs are, I mean, they're just juiceless. Like, here's the white guy. Like, here's the guy everybody's calling John Concord. This guy looks such a nerd. like, it's just, he's just not cool at all. Mr. Shoot Games, man. Let us just gaze upon this man, John Concord, the Home Depot Avenger. Like, he's just so stupid looking. They made him such a nerd. So this is here's my okay. Stick with me here. I'm gonna bring up before I go back to this article. I mean. Well, let's finish this article, and then we're gonna look at the Concord characters. Okay, Super Judge, you're nailing it. You're nailing it. This is my thesis exactly. I'm sorry, but unless people want to draw porn of your characters, your game will fail. I'm not joking. I'm 100,000% serious. Overwatch got popular because people wanted to draw porn of the characters. People wanted to see the characters fucking nude. And it's not about them being diverse, right? Like, May is, like, chubby. Like, they got the characters were over because they were hot. Oh my god, my phone has, like, sound, audio. Don't have audio, please. Turn it off. Okay. Don't message me! How often do you see hot characters that are hot? That's the thing, right? People want to see hot characters. They want to be hot characters. The Raid Shadow Legends stuff, I've never seen any porn of the characters. Raid Shadow Legends is successful because they have a really big marketing campaign that they're constantly marketing over and over again. I didn't see shit marketing for Concord. I saw a trailer, and I saw like a couple little trailers. But if it's a hero shooter, you want your characters to be people feel cool about being. Like, even if it's not, and to me, like, it's one of the things that they're completely juiceless. Yeah, there's definitely porn of Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, it's Rule 34, yeah. It was both. It was both BioShock and Overwatch. Overwatch invented new porn tech for Overwatch, and they invented new porn tech for BioShock Infinite to make porn of Elizabeth. Yeah, both Tracer and Elizabeth were so popular in porn, they launched SFM animations. Yeah, they actually, both of those were really, really popular for porn. Like, first of all, we have done a whole stream about, okay, so first of all, I gotta get rid of this fucking ads. Go away. I'm not advertising for this. I just don't want to I don't want to put ads on my stream. We did a whole stream. I use a trash can robot. We did a whole stream about robots that we would fuck. This guy looks like a trash can. He just looks like a garbage can. Single-handedly create exception to Rule 34. I made a joke about that the other day to somebody. I was like, there's porn of it. No exceptions, except for Concord. Nobody draws porn of Concord. It's they finally defeated Rule 34 because ain't nobody drawing porn of this shit. But I'm not joking. Like, I feel like your characters have to be cool enough that people want to draw them. Maybe not porn necessarily, but like usually what you want to draw, like, right? Like, you want to draw characters, like, you want to, like, it's easy to draw, at least you got that. I will say this is probably my second favorite design in Concord, the trash can boy. Like, he's kind of the least shitty he's got a distinctive silhouette, which is memorable, which, you know, you got that going for you. And his name is One Off. I don't know. Yeah, I wish.com Robo. Yeah, I see Robo was cute. Every other one of these characters is just like a person in clothes. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know. Like, what does this tell you about this character? Like, what's her even deal? She's a mobile flanker with a crew. Like, what is her deal though? Like, she's got cool hair. I don't know. I love this design for how bad it is. I hate it, but I love how bad it is. Like, all the characters have their pronouns in their bios, which I don't care. I don't mind. Whatever. I mean, whatever. This is a they them character. All right. I mean, I agree with you that I don't know who that's for, because like the people who would care about that probably aren't really playing shooters. I don't know. I get the vision, okay? And like, it doesn't bother me that they're like mostly tan, dark-skinned people. That doesn't bother me either. But it does bother me that they've got a bucket on their head. like the bucket just looks dorky. Like what's going on? It's so dorky looking. Again, I just don't feel cool playing as this person, and I would not feel cool playing as this person either. Okay, again, you can have a fat character. It's fine. E Honda is fat, right? Like, and E Honda is cool. But this is just like Roadhog is fat. Roadhog is cool. Yeah. I guess like it's not about like the diversity to me. It's just about like how dumb they look. Like, this is just like some rubber gloves that you could get at the Home Depot. You gotta put a full body of Daw. Okay. Is this Daw? Okay. If you're Gibby main in Apex Legends, okay, let's look at. I don't know Apex Legends. I'm just gonna Google Gibby Apex Legends. We'll compare and contrast these characters. Okay, so this Gibraltar, is that his actual name? Again, I don't play Apex. I don't know shit about any of this. This guy is who's being compared to, as far as like. Okay, but I see the character though, like. He's obviously, again, like, the diversity is not an issue, but he's got a theme. He's got, like, the theme with, like, this native-looking... Okay, I see. So he's, like, a protector, shield guy, and that makes sense from the design because, like, first of all, the white, like, says medic to me, and then you've got the big shield right here that, like, says that this guy uses a shield. Yeah, like, he's pretty cool. Like, that's a pretty cool look. So we're going to bring up Daw from Concord. Daw Concord. Let's take a look at Daw Concord here. Full body. And I gotta scroll down because I got this thing that has everybody's full body on it. Oh my god, that's... I keep calling this dude John Concord. His name is Tio. Okay, so this is what he looks like. Full body. What are we feeling? What are we feeling, chat? I need to zoom in. Yeah, the coat is not good. But oh, that's Tio. He's my favorite. Look at this nerd. This guy, like, it's John Concord. What's his deal? I keep calling him John Concord because I don't actually know what his name is. Somebody called him that on Twitter. Are you gonna be a fat guy and wear a coat that makes you look even fatter? He just looks so uncool. It just looks so terminally uncool. The big blue coat and dish gloves. They do look like dish gloves. Well, the color choices are weird too, okay? Team Fortress 2 they released a whole white paper about like how they designed the characters and like what they did, like the principles of contrast and like different. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like wokeness is a red herring, but you can say it's hard because you can say these designs are bad without caring like what race or whether their pronouns are in their bio. Like, listen, I don't think anybody really wants the pronouns in bio thing. I feel like the people who do want that aren't playing this kind of game. That's just my like opinion as somebody who's been like watching the culture wars for yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like that's not the big deal. Yeah. You should look at this right now. It is relevant to stream. Okay, I will click on it. Yeah, they're pushing that angle so hard, but you've got your leftist union man absolutely shitting on these people. Yeah, like it's just... Concord's officially shutting down, offering 4 refunds. Greetings from Concordia. Wish you were here. Oh, this is Nintendo? Those cheeky bastards. Rumbla Island, Twisty Island, lots of coin islands, and some of the islands you're gonna get to explore in Luigi. The stream is literally leftist unions people start Concord. Yeah. I am very much like... so hard for me to like thread this needle, but like I believe diversity is good, right? But I don't like sexless woke scold bullshit. Right? And there's a happy medium that we can have here where there's not sexless woke scold bullshit happening. Like, you know, yeah, like, well, we can't have no fun allowed. Urkel gearing up for paintball. That is what it looks like. His dick is getting chafed, being jammed against his stomach like he's a vacuum sealed burrito. The pants are just too, the waist is too high. That's what gives it the Urkel vibes, right? Like the pants are hitched like way up. It's like nerdy waistband. Like this guy is just dorky looking. Like you could have a fat character and have them look cool. But this guy's such a dork looking dude. Like you're right. Like I needed to pull up. It's a full bodysuit. Okay, but why does it look like that though? Wait, but it's so bad. Oh, okay. You're right. It is a full bodysuit. This is all one spacesuit. And then it's like a breastplate. Okay, I see. I literally was reading this as like pants hitched up because of the fly. Because of the fly, like one of the other characters had breastplate too. Yeah, well, we'll probably get to them eventually because I'm gonna keep scrolling down. But like this characters look so nerdy. I don't know, just not fun. And like all the characters. So I was talking about that Team Fortress thing, and you can kind of see it in this design. So I'll kind of call it out for a second. When they were talking about the Team Fortress characters and how they designed them, they put subtle gradients on all of the characters. So let me just Team Fortress. Like what if I just look at like, I don't know, let's just say the heavy is maybe a good example of a comparable style. I don't know. The design that they did for Team Fortress, it kind of, if you look at the way they designed. I need like a better villains wiki. Okay, but I don't want to like click on a wiki because these are always horrible. Okay, so like check out this like really like these got a little bit of guts, so it's kind of similar. But this is like a brighter, more saturated red, and then it slowly fades to the bottom, and then the pants are darker. They did that for every single one of the characters. They have like a little bit of a gradient on them, and that's to help with like finding their target points. And like see, oh yeah, so they're doing that, what's that thing, what's that called, the Amazon level, what's that show called, Secret Level. Yeah, Secret Level. Here's the games they're doing, okay, they're doing Mega Man, hell fucking yes, they're doing Unreal Tournament, they're doing Warhammer 40k, they're doing Pac-Man, Armored Core, Spelunky, Badass, Dungeons & Dragons, normal, The Outer Worlds, okay. Yeah, 40k, right? 40k? That's dope as shit. And then they're doing fucking Concord. Okay, the game's already been canceled. They canceled the game. Yeah, they're doing shit. I swear to God. I'm not lying. No way they're doing Concord. Yeah, it's already shot, filmed, animated. It's done. They animated it. It's done. Like it's gonna get launched. It was in the trailer and everything. The game is already dead. Yeah. You're gonna be out. He's not asking me. He's trying to get you on it. He's asking because he definitely wants to get in. Ugh. Keanu Reeves is in the Unker Corrupt. That's crazy. Why not Overwatch? Because they were trying to get Concord over. And it's not gotten over. Well, they're retoying the game for free to play. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They'll probably be back at some point. I think they have, but see here's the thing. You can't just push a button and be like, okay, it's free to play now. Because you have to figure out how does it make money as a free to play game, which means you have to figure out what kind of rewards you're giving players in a battle pass situation, in a DLC situation, if there's going to be skins for these lovable characters. We're going to get to this. Skins for these lovable characters that all of our favorite Concord characters. Are they going to have skins? We don't know. We don't know what the skins are going to be for these guys. Loot boxes, hats. You have to figure out how you're going to make money, and they did not plan the game with free-to-play in mind. Team color identification. Could this actually make money as free-to-play? I don't know. Because it hasn't been, because they never designed it for free-to-play. Personally, I think it needs more than just remonetization. I think it needs to be cool. And it's not cool. It's dorky as shit. Sorry, it's fine. We're talking about Concord today. We're talking about why it's bad and why it looks bad and why nobody's playing it. Oh, good. You're locked in? Yeah, we're looking at all the characters. I was looking at the other character list. What? Yeah, here we go. Gibby main, then Dawes the man for you. Duchess. She's actually like the coolest character design. I need to know how I'm stronger than King of Calcium. I'm not stronger than King. I only got through 40 minutes of Borderlands. Oh yeah, we watched the Borderlands movie last night. Good lord, it was bad. That was so bad. God. I'm scrub for sharing that garbage with me. Why is she in a dead game? Someone free her. No, she's good, actually. She's actually good, design-wise. Like, Battle Grandma is good. The only thing I don't like about Battle Grandma is that this cape cuts the silhouette. If you're in a shooter, like, it's kind of, like, I feel like I would like to lose the cape. But the War Granny is cool. I mean, if you're gonna have a weird, like, character, like, War Granny's fine. This design I absolutely fucking hate. Like, yeah, we watched the Doom movie. Walmart Space Marine, Wish.com Doomslayer. Yeah, Wish.com Doomslayer. Well, her concept art, she looks cooler in her concept art. Like, the helmet is different in the concept art. And it makes it a little bit better, and they like put more detail like on the armor. This kind of just looks like the Doomslayer cosplay. I hate the color. The color is so bad. This is Doom Guy cosplay Isabella makes for you catch on spiders. Yeah, the color is really bad. And like I don't know what they were thinking with the helmet and like the lipstick. Like, I don't hate, like, oh, she has a weird color lipstick, but it doesn't match any other color on the design. It's just kind of like, okay. Well, everything about this is ugly. I don't know. It's super ugly. It's just a super ugly fucking game. Like, one thing I will say about this design is, like, you can tell what her job is. You know, she's obviously a tank and a heavy weapons tank. Like, at least it's not confusing, like, what she does. Compared to, like, I don't know, fucking this chick. Like, I have no clue what this chick does. Like, what do we even do? What's your deal? I don't know. Are you like a stealth operative? Are you a sniper? I don't know. At least with this chick, like, oh wait, at least with this chick, it's like, okay, heavy armor. Okay, got it. But the color is terrible. And like, now we have to think about how are we gonna do skins. They have to do skins anyway. So they may as well have like given the characters good bones that they can do skins on, because how many skins has Overwatch done? A bajillion? And the characters still have to retain like their identity? I feel like they didn't think that through. Because like, if you take this character out of this armor, what the fuck does she even look like? What's her deal? Hamar. It's just another person in clothes. She's in the trailer. And she's like sassy, I don't know. I don't have a lot to say. She's just nothing. Yeah, she's just nothing. And then let's talk about these aliens. Can we have one character with tits, please? Like, I'm sorry, but like, as a tits haver. Can we have just one? I know, we can't. We can't have titties because, like, then people might want to get horny, and we can't let people get horny because then they would buy our video game. I don't know what's up with her face. Why does she have, like, a weird dual tone... Oh, she has skins? Oh, she does have skins? So the skins are just, like, different colors for this thing? This looks like total shit. I know, it looks like total shit. It looks terrible. Every character is, you know, XL from the game you like. That character's that. Yeah, okay, so this one is Sombra. It's just like Sombra Overwatch. She's on that Quasar Curve Jupiter spot past that shit of light kush. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Okay, I'm gonna look at this. If the link doesn't work, it's on Discord. Okay, I'm gonna look at the skin. Sombra has porn. Oh, okay, yep. Sure enough. Sure enough, there is skins. Okay, thank you. I'll put it up on Discord here. So that's the skin. That's what the skin looks like. She's in like a football pads kind of. Are we Dracula flowing? Yeah, we got some Dracula flow fans in this chat for real. You got some Dracula flow fans. She ain't nothing to me, man. Look at this nerd. I saw somebody do a... I didn't watch the whole video, but it was like somebody who's trying to like fix the character designs in this game. And basically all they did was like add more color contrast to the colors, because the problem is like the colors are just all over the place. But I do think the designs need more reworking than that, because it's not even just the colors, but it's the fact that like, there's no interesting silhouettes. They're just people in clothes. Like, this is just a like, take away the green skin and the elf ears, this is just a person in clothes. And that's just not interesting to look at. I mean, you could say that about the Team Fortress guys too, but they all have to wear the same color to like show you what team they're on, so like that kind of makes sense. But like, they have like really unique shapes to them, like design-wise, whereas they went with like a really realistic style, so there's no like, I hate to say it, but there's not enough body diversity. Like, that's, like diversity is more than one thing, right? Like, you've got one fat guy, but, like, all these other characters, it's either they're wide or they're just sticks. Yeah, the outline is really important. So, like, you get the pointy ears, but, like, other than that, there's nothing interesting going on here. This is a green person in clothes. And then, like, this is another person in clothes. And the hat is the only interesting thing that's happening here. I don't know. And then this guy is a robot in clothes. So close to good. Yeah, I feel like this has the potential to do something. Maybe there's like a skin where the coat isn't so bland looking and there's something happening here. Like, I like the hat. Like, that adds a little interest. I feel like you should fight with the hat, like Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I don't know. Robot. This thing... I know what they were going for, like, with the stylization in this. They were going for Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it feels like they were going for Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, at least this is a thing. It doesn't work, but it's a thing. They tried. But like this guy here, like, he's like the face of the fucking game. That's just Yondu. It's just Yondu. It's just green Yondu. You made Yondu. Look at this guy. He's literally best value Yadu, isn't he? His hair's his blade hair is shorter. Yeah, this guy, yeah. Lennox, the perfect self-sufficient carry. He just needs a blade for a head. And he needs to be like more blue. This guy sucks. Yeah, this guy's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then Mushroom Head. Again, I don't hate this one as much because the silhouette is there. Like, she's got, like, the big head and the small body, so I kind of dig it. But, can somebody have some titties, please? I just... it can add one character. This is like a person. Yeah. Yeah, it's a person in a helmet. They're wearing a helmet. It's not a robot. Titty-free zone. No tits allowed. That's where I don't argue with the people saying that they made it woke, but it's like, it's a specific thing where, like, a lot of the people just don't feel like they can be horny because it's not feminist to be horny or something. I blame China? No, because she has tits. Okay, of course. They're just hidden. They're just flattened by the breastplate. Well, let's look at concept art, because I bet you the concept art is not shitty. I bet you the concept art is better. Because I've seen some of the concept art, and it's like designs kind of got ruined, like ruined between 3D. Like here's the one I saw earlier. Hang on, I'm not gonna show all of Reddit. This is a Reddit post, but like this looks cooler than this for reasons that I like kind of can't put my finger on. Like, there's just a lot more interest happening here. Like, these looks like guts or something. That's kind of cool. Like, I feel the vision with this a little bit more. And then something just doesn't work. Like, you can't play the Jane Doe trailer or probably get banned. But you see more of the Space Marine influence. Yeah, like, the helmet especially is a lot better in this one. Like, the helmet coming forward over her face like this, as opposed to the way it's, like, the guts look cool. Like, there's just, like, a lot that looks a lot cooler, like, in the concept art versus the original design, which is how it ended up. It's such a subtle thing, but I think if the game was more stylized, these colors would work. But because they went with, like, a really photorealistic look, the color choices, the palette doesn't work. Like, those choices don't work because they went with a photorealistic look. And, like, this doesn't have the bright blue lipstick. I don't like the bright blue lipstick. It's like a focal point that matches no other color except, like, there's like a little blue right there. When you're making these designs, you have to, like, decide, like, how often do I want a color to repeat? And here, you don't have that extra color because you don't need it. So you've got a little bit of pink, which is fine. I just like the concept art is way better for like reasons I can't even put my finger on. I say I hate concept art because the design, and higher ups do the coolest shit, be like, no, it sucks, there's this shitty design. When the concept art, you could have had this one. Yeah, and I also hate the counterpoint thing where people are like, oh, concept art is the same as cut content, because no, it isn't. Like, concept art is stuff that didn't make it out of the concept phase. So people will look at concept art and be like, oh, I can't believe they cut this from the game. They maybe were never gonna do that in the first place. But, like, it's really interesting to look at concept art. Like, when they showed what they were doing with, you know, Dictator in Street Fighter, and they went with, like, the cloak look, which is cool and all, but they had a lot of out there ideas. I posted that in my Street Fighter video when I talked about, like how that character evolved, because, like, they had, like, a girl version, they had, like, more of a evil warlock kind of version. They had like a bunch of different versions, and they kind of went with the, you know, they didn't want to. I get why they kind of were conservative about it, because you wouldn't want to like totally make the character look different and piss off the people that want to play him as is. But at the same time, like, they had some wild ideas. Sometimes things don't translate from concept to game. Yeah, that's true too. Sometimes you draw something a certain way, and then it's like super hard to 3D model. So who knows? I feel like this is an art style fail, though. Like, I feel like as a more stylized art style, this might have worked. But the way that this is now, it just looks like soft and puffy and it looks garbagey. It looks bad. And, well, I'm gonna get to this. I got a whole thing. And what's this, guys? We have Drax at home. Was someone sort of chimerical armor to guard the galaxy or not? Whoa, you think? This is we have Drax at home. What changes in the final model? Yeah, it does. It does. And you can't necessarily know for sure like how it's going to translate. But these designs did not translate to this art style. That's Pontra, Fusion, Drax, and Thanos. Yeah, and then he's got a red face for some reason. I don't understand the red face. It makes him look like a baboon. Look, we made a copy of popular character here. It's not a good plan. No, I agree. They put a lot of faith in this. Well, I think it was... I'm hearing different reports. I'm hearing 8 years of development or 6 years of development. I'm hearing different reports. I don't think it was actually 8 years because I think the studio wasn't founded for like 6 years. So I think it was like 6 years of development. Advertising it as a story-rich game. Yeah, and it's not, right? It's your typical like Team A get the MacGuffin, Team B get the MacGuffin. Both those numbers are so many years. Yeah, even 6 years is a long time. And I feel like the atmosphere of what... Problem is that these executives in game companies, and I'm going to blame executives. I'm going to blame executives for, okay, this guy is fucking... This guy sucks. What more can I say about John Concord? This dude is such a fucking nerdy-looking goober. Why would you want to be this guy? Oh, he's the Modern Warfare prototypical soldier guy. Okay, wow, generic dude. Woo, cool. Oh, this one didn't even load. A woman with long curled hair wearing a beige outfit and goggles. Oh, I guess the rest of the characters didn't load. Let's go to the other... I had another version somewhere. Bro, I don't even know. Can we reload this? Load. Oh no, PC's game's verifying I'm human, but I'm not. I'm a vampire spider. So mad at me for streaming this. Maybe those other two won't load. They're spare us. There we go. Vale. She's a sniper, I guess. Yeah, she's a sniper. She's got a sniper rifle. The best Concord characters are Da, Imari, Haymar, Itzy, and Tio. Tio is one of the best characters. Fucking John Concord, generic boy, is one of the best characters. Yeah, she's just a lady in a coat. She's fine. Yeah, I mean, she's fine. The coat is so boring, though. It's just such a bland canvas of nothing. Like, it's like, go girl, give us nothing. It just died because it was trying to be Overwatch. It's not trying. I mean, it kind of is. I don't know. Did anybody... I feel like it's trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy Overwatch. The gameplay is kind of Overwatchy, right? Like, it's very capture the flag, team-based Overwatch kind of gameplay. There's no environment where this could have ever succeeded. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that this kind of thing happens because, I mean, Suicide Squad's the same way. Like, it's executives trying to chase this live service trend with teams that aren't really equipped to make a live service game. And I don't wish the devs badly, right? Like, I think the devs go with God, you know? Like, good luck to you. Like, if you guys are really in the shit and it sucks. I feel like most of these decisions are from executives. I feel like executives say, ooh, we need to do this shooter live service thing because it's what makes a lot of money right now. And we want to make all the money in the world. And they're like, well, what if we just like made a story-based shooter with some fun characters? Like, no, it has to be a hero shooter because that's what makes all the money right now. And that's what you need to make. So come up with some heroes that everybody will love. And then, like, when people are like, well, they have all these, I don't know, diversity quotients or whatever, that's coming from executives and shareholders, too. And, like, people that are, like, nerfing characters from looking cool is also coming from executives and shareholders. They're like, oh, we don't want to piss anybody off, so make it as bland as possible. Suicide Squad's executive pushed for the shooter aspect when they already nailed the melee aspect, and the CEOs left to get Microsoft money. Yeah, the Suicide Squad's the same way. Like, they were like, oh, let's make this looter shooter. But Rocksteady had only done, like, single-player games up to that point. And they had done a pretty good... Basically alienates not only Arkham fans, but also comic fans, because the content makes no sense. Like, all the way the Justice League written makes me cringe. I'm gonna play it at some point. But I know I'm not going to like it because I don't even like the looter-shooter style of gameplay in the first place. But also, like, they did such a good job with their single-player Batman games that you'd think they would just be like, why don't you just make another really good single-player Batman game before Kevin Conroy dies? And then they just didn't fucking do that because the executives were like, no, let's make a live service game. We want it to be a live service so that we can make all the money in the world and have a battle pass and continue to collect rent forever. And the gaming public is going to be like, no. Actually, no. We're not going to do that. We're not going to spend money on that. Sorry, we're not gonna go for it. Like, that's the part, like, Street Fighter 6 is great except for the fucking battle pass, and I'm glad you can just ignore it, because why would you want to spend money on a battle pass in Street Fighter? But they have it in there just to please some executive somewhere. That's how all these games are like. They're like, quickly throw a battle pass, that's how Fortnite makes its money. And I say this as somebody who, like, pays for the battle pass in Star Rail. Nothing to push except grinding more weapons to push leaderboards. Battle ass. We can't show the Jane Doe trailer for ZZZ because it's... So Mihoyo is a good example of a company that just likes money and knows where their bread is buttered. And they just like, we're making softcore porn? Sure, deal with it. Street Fighter's the same way. They just like to make money and they know where their bread is buttered. Oh, people are horny for jury? Let's commission some porn. I buy all of those Udon, like, books to look at Street Fighter characters because they're hot. I love looking at them. DCZ is Mihoyo, like, we can do whatever we want. Well, any company could do this. Any company could decide to stop being pansies and just lean into the fact that people want to see hot people instead of generic people. They just don't. Like, if you, like, I've seen some people talking about, like, the difference of ZZZ character designs versus Star Rail character designs, and I do have to agree that, like, Star Rail character designs, there's not a lot of body diversity, which maybe you don't need it if your default body is, like, hot girls, but when ZZZ has, like, a variety of hot people, it's very interesting, like... If I was a money funder, I'd be going and telling companies to give me what they want. Yeah, like... Wait. I'm not gonna bring up the trailer or anything. I'm just gonna, like, get an image of this character. If you look at like any ZZZ character, there's like a variety of different body types. Because that variety of diverse characters is not, like, a problem. What's a problem is when they make them fucking boring or sexless or shitty. And like, I said this in my Xenoblade video. Just have hot girls. Like, it just seems so brain dead. Just draw hot girls. People love to see hot girls. And, I mean, obviously, like, draw hot men. Yeah, like, right. Yeah, just do it. Just, why not men with big tits? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all of that. Just do it. People want to see hot characters. They don't want to see boring, ugly characters. It's really just that simple. But I think that, like, people got it into their head at some point that drawing ugly, boring characters was the progressive and politically correct thing to do. Oops. Oh, this is Zenless Zone Zero, all characters. That's fine. We'll just put it up on the screen here. Like, I want to just look at the characters real quick. Like, see, big old boobies. They have more body variety and body, like, diversity in these than they have, like, in, in, no, so there's like a lolly one. All right, you know, you got that too. Maid-chan. This is like the earlier port, right? So there's already, like, more body types than there is in Star Rail. The Star Rail has, like, maybe 4 female body types. They have, like, the shorter, like, girls. And whereas this one has, like, a variety, like they have the big bear, which, like, there's definitely a population that's interested in the big bear. Right? Like, this is a direct hit for certain people. Unlike this furry shit, I mean, direct hit for certain people. I always cringe when people say the cover-up design is better than the OG with, like, Kim and the Jacket School of Lies and Crime. Like, it's not. Whatever. The reason, my conspiracy theory as to why Street Fighter 6 they added, like, a lot more covered up looks is because of television. Because they would put E3, or not E3, oh God, I'm losing my mind. They put EVO on TV in sports bars because it would be on ESPN too. Like, we were in a sports bar watching EVO one year, and I think that was one year where it was Street Fighter 5, and yes, it's wider. Yeah, so they basically say, like, don't use the Cammy skin with her ass hanging out. Don't use the Rainbow Mika skin with her ass hanging out, because they want it on ESPN. They don't want to have those skimpy uniforms on TV. So that's the reason that they give them the pants now. It's not a crime to like the old design. Like, I like the old design a lot. Everybody likes the old Cammy design. The reason they change it, the new design is great. Like, they did a great job with it. The reason they change it is for ESPN. I'm going to promise you that's the reason. Because I was watching them stream EVO on ESPN, and they were like, you have to change that Cammy skin because we don't want to have her butt cheeks out. Yeah. So that's the reason. It's like, yeah. We'll show horrific incidents in sports and Mortal Kombat. Well, Mortal Kombat's one of those weird things where, like, Mortal Kombat is one of those weird things where it's, like, totally America to do it that way. Because you can show the most ridiculous fatality, but you can't show a nipple. And, like, you show somebody literally getting their balls crushed, and you could have an X-ray of the ball being crushed, and you can zoom in. But, like, if they would get a boner, it would be NC-17. I don't know. It's not what it is. That's how our country is. Our country's weird. Our country is very Puritan about stuff. So, yeah, the reason they changed Cammy's outfit is because of ESPN. It's censorship, but I get it. Like, I mean, I understand why it's split, but yeah, but it's definitely the reason. But I think the old outfits are fine. And I mean, you know, I don't have a problem with them, obviously. I like them. I dressed up in both Rainbow Mika outfits, like both the OG and like the story mode version where it's just like one leg is cut off and the OG is like a whole thong. But I got kicked out of PAX for wearing the whole thong version. They're like, you can't wear that here. I'm like, it's just cosplay. I'm like, sorry. Did you like put a jacket on or something? I'm like, no. So they kicked me out. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I think they told me to go change. I did wear it to Magfest, no problem, but I have to retire it now. It's too beat up. But I wore the story mode outfit all day and they didn't have a problem with that one because that one's got the butt is covered in that one. It was the other one. That one has like an underboob, but I had a shirt on underneath it. I wasn't actually rocking like full actual underboob. Right, our Miku are coming back to Street Fighter 6 to play with TV stations. Why not? You should post pics so they can see how prudish we're being. That's terrible. You should post pictures. I do have pictures. I'll probably post them at some point. I don't know. But I have pictures of both. I have pictures of me in both outfits. But yeah, I had like a little, what's it? Like a flesh-colored cover-up underneath the thing in case like I slipped out of it. So my boobs wouldn't fall out. So it was, you couldn't tell that it was like, you couldn't tell, but it was like a flesh-covered cover-up underneath so that I wouldn't hang out. So I was safe in that outfit. That outfit was safe. But the other one, I got kicked out of PAX. I had pasties on in that outfit too. And it was like taped on. But they really didn't like me wearing it at PAX. You know what's funny, too? You know why I got kicked out? This is a true story. It was because I was in the diversity lounge. And they were like, people are sensitive here. Really? Oh, yeah, I was on the diversity floor, and they're like, yeah, no shit, yeah. Is that a shocker? Are you guys shocked? I felt like I felt like that would be the most friendly place to be dressed up. The way that PAX was set up that year, some bitch was jealous, I bet. I don't fucking know, dude. The way that PAX was set up that year is you had to walk through the diversity lounge to get to the indie games. So it was like you went up the escalator and then through the diversity area, and then the indie games were like the next area behind. So like the diversity groups used to what they diversity must conform. I know. I'm so non-conformist. It's true. My ass was out. But I mean, there's a thong on in the outfit. Like, you know what the outfit looks like. Like, it's a thong. You're covered. You're not indecent. You could wear it in public. It's covered everything. Plus I had pasties on. Like, I wasn't gonna fall out of that outfit. But yeah, so I couldn't wear that anymore to PAX. True story. Being kicked out of the diversity lounge for being sexy is ironic. I know. It's the most ironic thing that's ever happened to me. Sarah, you're too sexy for the diversity lounge. You need to leave. Marines were leaving. So I was embarrassed because, first of all, I was so brave. Well, the thing is that people wear all kinds of fucking cosplays at PAX, though. I feel like it was just a combination of, like, somebody complained about me in specific. I don't know. But I also realized from that experience that, like, I had a handful of people recognize me in that cosplay, but for the most part, like, fighting game cosplays don't go over well at PAX, so I just stopped doing cosplay at PAX and started doing it at other cons. Because nobody recognizes you anyway. Like, I did my Android 21 there, and I just didn't get anybody marking out at all. Whereas if you go to Dragon Con, or if you go to, like, any con in Atlanta, like, Atlanta, the DBZ people are out in force. Like, you will meet DBZ people in Atlanta, but you won't meet them at PAX. PAX is not the con for it. And, like, you kind of have to learn, like, if you're doing cosplay, what the audience is for what cosplay you're wearing. And, like, I could never figure out what to wear to PAX, because I did Overwatch cosplay. I did Brigade. Yeah, Dragon Con is more for adults. At Dragon Con, you can have your whole ass out, and it is not a problem. People wearing lingerie. People wearing bunny suits. People with the South loves DBZ. So, like, people will love that. And then you can wear lingerie, anything at Dragon Con. Anything goes at Dragon Con. Dragon Con is, like, if you want to have your butt out, it's great. Yeah, PAX is just, nah. I've done I did a casual Brigitte. Yeah, because I was, like, into Overwatch back when it was popular. I'm not into it now. I stopped playing it a long time ago, but I was into it back when it was popular. So I did the Brigitte, yeah. I even did, like, a temporary tattoo and everything. It was fun. It was comfy. That was, like, a comfy cosplay. So that would went over well at PAX because there was, like, a pretty big Overwatch group there, but the fighting game stuff doesn't go over well at PAX. I don't think people just don't play fighting games at PAX. I don't know. I mean, it's funny because, like, FGC people go to PAX, but I think I met Jay Wong at a PAX at one point. That was PAX East. I think I did better at PAX East than West. Are we appearing at Dragon Con as Cowboy Bowser compete with assless chaps? Yeah, do it. We skipped Dragon Con this year. Dragon Con was last weekend. Oh, I've seen some good pictures. Wait, I have to show you guys the one picture. Oh, hang on. Most cursed Dragon Con cosplay. Oh, here it is. Can I open this in a new tab so I'm not... This is on Threads? Okay, whatever. I'm not on Threads, but... She dressed up as the rainbow jar. I'm so sorry! Oh... Why? My horny ass could never go to Dragon Con to see a group of women. She's dressed up as the rainbow dash jar. But they made it extra fucking gross. Like, look how gross they made it. Rainbow dash jar. Work of surpassing genius. Yeah, this person put some effort into her cosplay. So fucked up, dude. I've seen some shots that were up close from above. There are yeah, this is actually super gross. Like, yeah, she made it like super fucking disgusting. Yeah, is it covered in dry? Yeah. That's the joke. The joke is that it's the Rainbow Dash jar. The OSHA construction men group, it's covered in various biological materials. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's gross. I think she like spread applesauce or pudding or something on the inside to make it extra disgusting. I don't know. That's a cosplay using a Dragon Con. I did like the Monty Python one. But yeah, that's cursed. That's so cursed. I love when people do creative groups cosplays. The one year we were there, the Kylo Ren gang. I was just about to say that. If you ever seen the Saturday Night Live sketch when Kylo Ren is undercover boss, hang on, let me find it. It's actually funny as shit. This. Have you seen this?
We follow the boss of a major organization as they go undercover to find out what's really going on in their company.
Adam Driver's so funny.
This is Undercover Boss,
Star
Killer.
Well, they had the undercover Kylo Ren.
Is their boss Kylo Ren?
And he's in this outfit, this nerdy outfit.
I'm Matt. I'm a radar technician.
Radar technician Matt. So there was a whole group of guys in this outfit with the bad wig as radar technician Matt. And there was like a dozen of them. Yeah, it was so funny, dude. This is one of the best things to come out of the damn sequel trilogy, honestly. Like, this is hysterical. Yeah, they were like, they had like a dance. They were so funny. Dragon Con is great for that. We didn't go this year because I got COVID last year when I went. And even though I like did a whole like post-con Dragon Con report, I did not want to get COVID again. But now I'm going to Disneyland next weekend, so the money's getting spent anyway. Maybe not as much. It's not going to be as expensive as Dragon Con because it's just me and I'm going for one day. Yeah. But it did look like fun. It's a fun con to go to, I'm not going to lie. He's a great actor. Yeah, I agree. Everybody in the cast was great. They were all great actors. Adam Driver's a great actor. I think they all killed it. The problem was there was no fucking script. You should go to a con. Kumi, you should go to a con. Just go to a con. I'm on the fence about MagFest. Because MagFest is a pain in the butt to get into. Hotel battle, all that shit. And we did have fun last year when we went, or actually this year because it's in January. But I think it's happening later again this year. MagFest is my favorite con. MagFest is the best con because it's like all in one hotel. Yeah, plane plus hotel. The hotel is what's expensive for Dragon Con. The hotel is what's expensive at Dragon Con. MagFest is the best con. The hotel can be a little expensive. MagFest is so dismal for the Artist Alley artists. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's not the greatest for Artist Alley. But I really like, ever since know what the fuck is doing Wars Story Selling? I could go on for hours about the Star Wars sequel trilogy because I watched, I'm on Star Wars Day this year on May the 4th. I went back and watched, not, I don't want to argue with The Last Jedi. I don't want to argue about Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I do. I'll argue about both those movies. But I watched The Force Awakens on Star Wars Day. Like, does this one hold up? And it does not hold up. It doesn't hold up at all because he had no plan. And you can tell he had no plan. The secret to MagFest, be a panelist. Absolutely. Yeah. Go as a panelist if you can. Last year we didn't. It was fine. But I also performed music last year. I performed music last year, so it was still good. We were still in the Gaylord. I'm not performing music again this year though because I don't have any new music prepped. Last year, I keep saying last year. This year, January, it was Metroid Prime, so I learned a bunch of Metroid Prime songs on piano. But this year is Sonic, and I don't know any Sonic songs, and I don't think they really go over well on piano. So I could just learn a bunch of other songs, but I've been focused, kind of hard on classical music right now. I don't like TLJ, but there's things I liked about it. Rise of Skywalker, there's nothing like No, I agree. There's nothing I liked about Rise of Skywalker. Phandrada Drifts, yeah. Yeah, I can play that on piano. Yeah. Scrubfiend Sonic music, my special interest. Yeah, but does any of it make for a good piano piece, though? You can do His World? Link me the ones that would be good for piano, and I'll probably try and learn them. But I don't know if they would be really good for piano, because I feel like they're very much rock songs. Like, Sonic songs are either butt rock, or, like, big electronica, like Chemical Plant Zone. Which doesn't really... Oh, did it? I'll have to look it up. Not the songs with lyrics. Yeah, I don't think so. It'd be like Green Hill Zone. I mean, I remember Sonic songs, but I just don't know if they're good piano remixes. You know what I downloaded sheet music-wise? I downloaded the soundtrack for the Darkwing Duck game, sheet music. It is so fucking good. It's so good that I, like, showed it to my piano teacher, and I was like, you have to teach me how to play jazz swing, because this is all jazz swing. Yeah, no shit you did? Yeah, of course I did. Don't be ridiculous. That's one of my other hyperfixations. Well, because Sonic has kind of fallen off. At some point, I'm going to do Sonic on this stream, though, but I have so many games to stream, it's ridiculous. Darkwing Duck is great. I love Darkwing Duck. Another one of my, like... I met Darkwing Duck's voice actor at Dragon Con 3 years ago, I think. Well, 2 years ago. Last year and also the previous year. Which Sonic game? Well, I think their theme is Sonic Adventure, but... I haven't even played Sonic Adventure. I downloaded Sonic Adventure like with a patch. It's probably short, right? I can play the first one like in one stream, maybe two. What? I haven't played the Darkwing Duck game with Amiga. Man, I'm jealous. I want to. It's so good if you have nostalgia and so bad now. There was a patch that fixed a lot of shit with it, I thought. So I downloaded that. But there's like a remake. Chilled in Discord and showing Freakazoid. Freakazoid is amazing. Freakazoid is ahead of its time. What the fuck is Protogen? Yeah, man. What am I? Okay. Oh, okay. Timestamping for the chat. Yeah, yeah, for sure. What was I even saying? Oh, I was gonna do this. Do you guys think I know Gen Alpha slang? I bet you I know all the Gen Alpha slang. Do you guys think I'm skibbity enough for the Gen Alpha slang club? Don't tell me the answers. I'm gonna take this quiz right now on stream. Sigma. Okay, well, a Sigma male isn't... Okay, I think the answer is this one, but a Sigma male isn't an alpha male. A Sigma male is a Sigma male. MMX boss, yeah. A Sigma male is a Sigma male. It's different from an alpha male because the Sigma male goes their own way, but I think the answer is this. Sigma does not mean the 18th letter. Sigma grind set merges existing extremist post about grind culture. Yeah, but it's different though because the Sigma doesn't follow anybody's rules, man. Rizzler. That's a flirt. That's the somebody who rizzes you. Somebody's ability to attract. The slang isn't hard, and it's already wrong. Skibbity. Your squid skills are looking skibbity. That means they're impressive. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's just a nonsense word. Skibbity, pronounced like skibbity, has no inherent meaning. It's just a fucking nonsense word. Was invalid. Narissa Ravencroft. Faunum tax. Oh no, it's been faunum taxed. This one I don't know. I only know it from Bibu tax, which is a play on faunum tax. My favorite snack has been faunum tax. Stolen. Oh, faunum tax is the theft of food between friends. Okay, that was correct. They spelled fauna tax wrong. No, it's Bibu tax. It's not a very accurate quiz. Faunum has to retake someone's food. Yeah, it was take someone's food. It was popularized and created by Phantom, a Twitch streamer with over 2.5 million followers and followers of Kai Cenat. Yeah, it's mostly just yoinking some food. It's none of these. Well, it says it was stolen. Yeah, your favorite snack. What does that mean? The theft of food. This one's not real. No one actually uses this. Okay. A transcript of a mogged Chris Pine in a red carpet photo. What does that mean? It means that Evans looked better than Pine. Mogging gained popularity on TikTok where users post slideshows. Looking so attractive, they mog the competition. This word can be traced to incel-centric. How many of these are incel words? This wasn't alpha. We've been saying mogging. Yeah, I've been saying that for years. But that's not Gen. That's just normal talk, right? Mewing. Oh, you like make you like put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, like mewing is like when you stick your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just squish your cheeks in. Ohio. I see my teeths because I got sharp teeths. You know what sucks about fangs is sometimes I bite the inside of my mouth, and then it's like, and then it like hurts for a couple days because I accidentally clip like. Happens to me a lot. I'm fine right now. I haven't done it in a while, but sometimes I'll accidentally clip the inside of my cheek with it. Yeah. When you know. Don't feel ashamed. I've known all of them so far. Oh, it's cringe? Okay. Ohio is cringe. I thought Ohio was cool. Ohio's not cool? Alright, I missed one. I thought Ohio was cool. I thought you could say something was Ohio and it would be awesome. Ohio is bad. Yeah, okay. I did pretty good though. Skibidi, Ohio. Ohio is like weird or cringe. Okay. Cleveland is cool. Ohio's different. Yeah, Cleveland rocks. Listen to our Legends of the Bionicle. You know, I never got into Bionicle. I've done like regular Lego, but I never got into Bionicle. I'm not that age, I guess. We were talking about Concord. We're kind of done talking about Concord. Do I have anything more to say about Concord? It's so bad. I mean, it's so unprecedented that they're just giving people back their money. I think they are going to relaunch it as free to play next year. And they're going to redo the Midwest emo. Okay. I want to draw Cleveland Miku, and she's just like a goth Miku. Because when we went to the Akron Music Festival, there was so many fucking goth chicks. I would have to draw Cleveland Miku. Did I say that Agatha all along trailer looks super mid? Yeah, we can watch it. It does look mid. You're absolutely right. It does look mid as fuck. What? I'm so happy someone drew me. I thought Ohio was cool. Wait, added quote 0? Wait, where's the quotes? Quote 0? No, I don't know why it got added as quote 0. I think I might have to fuck the horse to unlock this stream. How did that get added as quote 0? Is this a new trailer? No, August 9th? No, this has been on for a minute. This has been out for a minute. We'll watch it anyway, what the fuck. It does look mid though. It does look mid. Oh, I've got too many tabs open. My computer's starting to crash. Oh, my Twitch chat crashed. Don't open so many tabs. Let me close some of these John Concord tabs real quick. I broke my stream trying to open one more YouTube tab. Way to go. Hang on, my chat crashed. Crazy bitch. Oh. Load bearing YouTube tab. I have too many tabs open. Let me close a couple of these tabs. Let's close this one now. Let's close this one now. I have Photoshop up in the background because I was gonna use it as if I needed to illustrate or something, but yeah, this trailer looks mid. It looks mid. I didn't like the fact that they were like, oh, we're gonna tease it being a police procedural.
Agatha.
Who's been messing up everything?
The Covenless Witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
Like whoop-de-doo, right?
No.
Sorry, my whiteboard setup is kind of whack. It's not like full screen.
What really happened to you?
A Marvel trailer in 2024 looks mid.
To all that's foul and fair.
She took every
Yeah, they
little
did this
bit of
police
power I
procedural.
had.
Why are we doing this?
Gather sisters far.
I'm assembling a coven. We gotta get back on top. I'm gonna walk the road.
I haven't seen this one. I saw the teaser, but I didn't see this. Where's the hunter?
The Witch's Road will give you the thing you want most. If you make it to the end.
Nobody
road
is.
is a
I see.
death
Well, yeah, we need the hunter. Where's Hunter Patrick Swayze?
Heard you guys were having a party.
Oh.
Hey.
Shall we? It will test us.
I was gonna say, is that Aubrey Plaza, but it's not Aubrey Plaza.
We don't even know what we're up against.
She was in that other show where she was like somebody's inner demon. Oh no, there's Aubrey Plaza. Is that Aubrey Plaza?
We survived, like witches have been doing for centuries.
Legion. Yeah, she was in Legion.
What happens
That show's
next?
cool.
I just need these witches to get me to
It's
the
a
end.
slow burn. It takes a while to pick up. But her role in it is badass. Is she the same character?
The bodies are really
Is she the same character as in Legion? No, because it's not the same universe, because that's
Why do
X-Men.
you let them believe those things about you?
Because the truth is too awful.
I want my prize!
But they wouldn't want to expect you to have watched Legion to understand this new show anyway, or would they?
Time to
Because who
finish
the
the
fuck
road.
knows?
Last one there is a nice person.
Follow me, my friend, to glory.
Yeah, I could be the same character, yeah. So what's the point of this show? I guess they're just building together a badass coven of witches to do some badass witch stuff, like the crafts. I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but I don't know. It's on Disney Plus. I already have Disney Plus. It's not like I'm. At some point, I'm probably get drunk and watch it. Midget, I don't know. They had the X-Men rights. They started writing for this. Maybe. Yeah, they did. They would have, because this was after they bought back all that stuff from Fox. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in Marvel's output after Deadpool, because I feel like they're just gonna make the same mistakes again. I feel like they're just gonna be like, oh, we were gonna watch Madam Web. Oh, wait for it to come out the certificate of not shit before I expose myself to another journey properly. We were gonna watch Madam Web, and then we were gonna watch either the Eternals or Catwoman. The Eternals is so bad. I hated it so much. What did they finally release a trailer for the Fantastic Four? I haven't seen that either. Did they release concept art at least? First steps? There were leaks? Oh no, they haven't released a trailer yet. I feel like right now Googling it is fraught because you're just gonna see too many fake leaks and fake deep fake fucking AI. That's okay. I haven't seen Madam Web yet. So you don't have to watch it, KOC, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, I think I had Photoshop open because I was gonna do like a diagram, like, but I think everybody understands my point between like why those character designs are lame versus I haven't. I literally haven't seen it. I missed it. I missed out on the first viewing that Scrub did. But I have seen like reviews of it that spoil the entire movie, so I feel like I know the plot, so to speak. And the fact that it's like I sometimes I just like to listen. We're here talking about Concord. Sometimes I just like to look at a train wreck and just laugh at a train wreck. And I was like, oh, I want to just laugh at this train wreck Madam Web movie. Right? Like, I just want to laugh at this train wreck game. It just looks like garbage because it's just funny to laugh at train wrecks. You know what I mean? Like, it's my old fucking Reddit account. If my suffering is fresh. I'm not watching Avengers Secret Wars and Doomsday RDJ still pisses me off, and Marvel is bankrupt and Kevin Feige is a hack bum fraud and needs to be fired. I'm not hype for Doctor Doom being RDJ. I don't know a lot of people who are either. I feel like it's a very weird choice for them to make. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their thought process is there. It's bizarre. There we go. There's a good picture. Concord. So, I have a question. Is this part of you? Is this you? Is that the character that they have their pronouns, or that not the player, it's the character they have their pronouns? That's the character's pronouns? Yeah, I wouldn't have made that UI decision. Yeah, I wouldn't have made that UI decision. I don't think that's necessary. All that does is annoy the people that don't want to see it, in my opinion. It doesn't make the people who do want, people who are interested don't want to see. I feel like maybe that's just me being kind of paleo old-fashioned. I don't know, but I feel like that's one of the things where it's like all the people that would want that are not here. They did not show up. Mads would have been amazing, Dr. Doom. Yeah, that's true. Maybe you can't tell. Maybe I think I put it in the character. Yeah, put it in the bio. Put it in the bio. That's fine. Like if you want to learn more about the character and you click on their bio, like yeah, absolutely. That's totally fine. But I don't know why it needs to be like right front and center on this. There was the Starfield pronoun meltdown. I did. Listen, the first time I saw like the question, what are your pronouns, as opposed to the question, like, what's your sex or what's your gender in a game, I was like, that's kind of annoying. But I feel like that's just kind of the way things are going, and it's totally fine. Like, you get used to it after a couple seconds, like, oh, okay, fine, that's whatever. Like, okay, like, sure, give the people the opportunity to choose other... Actual neo-pronouns have been around forever. They were originally, like, used on mushes and stuff. Like Lambda Moo had Spivak pronouns and stuff. But yeah, this screen, you don't need it to be there. Yeah, this should be mechanical stuff. Like, it just is in the way. Like, if you want to learn more about their bio, yeah, if you want to learn more about their bio, like, as a character, put it in their bio. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. Because it's just like, it doesn't need to be there. It's useless information. Like, this is useful information about the character. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think it's just an annoying just UI decision to make. Because what do I really care about? What's this character's role in the game? What do I do in the game? Anchor? That's a role? Okay, great. That's a role with gameplay mechanics. Meaning pronouns are dumb? Yeah, but they've been around forever. It's not like a new thing. Like, it's not like a modern trend. It's just that people are like highlighting it now. Like things, I think that there's like ebb and flow, like come and go. Like, it's just how things like that was a thing in the 90s, and then it kind of disappeared for a little while, and now it's kind of back. A character that shape and stature having the role of an anchor. Yeah, I think it's because they're a tank. Neopronouns in the 50s as well. Yeah, it's just one of those things that I'm so fat they use me as ballast. Look, I don't mind though, because like if the character's like a tanker, then it's okay for them to be big and wide and buff. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's not my business. If you want to, that's fine. Yeah, Team Anchor is totally fine term. I don't think that's weird at all. That's a mechanical thing. Like, that should be in there, because then you understand what role they're playing in the team. Like, the sniper is obviously a sniper. And, like, but some of these characters, I don't know what their job is. Like, I don't know what I guess this guy's like a AD carry type character. This guy, I guess he's like a DPS carry type character. But I can't tell from his design that that's what his deal is. You have to tell me that. And that's where they lose me. Like, this character, this is obviously a tanker. Yeah, we're talking about Concord. Their designs don't speak to what they're doing at all. That's the downside. I guess this guy's a healer. It was, yeah. It's dead already. It's totally dead. Yeah, it used to be. So I heard they did a thing in, what's that, Dark Watch? What, is that the new Valve game? I haven't played it at all. But the way they do it is that you don't pick a character. You pick, like, from a group of characters that you want to deadlock. Oh my god, I was completely off. It starts with a D, that's all I knew. Jesus Christ. I don't know shit about this game. Deadlock. Dark Watch is a completely different thing. Yeah, I hear they did a thing where it's like... you don't pick one character. You pick, like, 6 characters you could pick from. And then it randomly assigns you one of those characters. You pick 3. Okay. That's actually cool, because then like, people getting toxic about, hey, switch, hey, switch, hey, switch. Like in Overwatch, they'll get mad at you for picking the wrong character, quote unquote. As long as people realize that's how you play. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. That's actually a really good idea. So that way people can't be like, switch, switch. Because if you switch, you won't necessarily get the character anyway. That's a really clever Hey, that's a skin on the trash can robot. That robot is blue instead of yellow. They put a skin. Buckethead is in the same skin though. Buckethead still has the same skin. They put a skin on the trash can robot. That's cool. Then just mixing it up a little bit. Bro, I don't know. I mean, I hope the devs land on their feet, whatever happens, because I do hate to see people, like, get affected by these, like, layoffs when ultimately, like, all these fuck-ups are the short-sightedness of the executives, not the short-sightedness of the developers. Because I can guarantee you that, like, the developers, yeah, they're restructuring. Yeah, they are, for sure. They're gonna go, I'm sure they're gonna go free-to-play. Because $40 is a mistake. Because nobody's gonna pay $40 just to try this out when it doesn't look like, it doesn't grab you. Like, if these characters looked awesome and didn't look like this fucking nerd here, like, I think people would give it a go. But not for, but for free, right? Like, I can download Paladins, right? And play free to play. I can download, Apex. All those games. And they're free. These characters cost me $40, and they're just not cool. So, that's that. I want to pick fun of one more thing. I want to pick fun of Clint Hocking's RPG. We're going to start the next project. Who's the audience for the game? Does said audience pay money? I mean, that's a good point, right? Listen, hear me out. If all these were furries and they were hot, that audience is on board. They would shell out them dollars. ZZZ figured this out. ZZZ's like, furries got deep pockets. Let's go. Furry's desperate, man. They're paying money for Sonic games. Sonic games aren't even good. They haven't been good in ages. They just, yeah, get that furry money. Imagine if they just said, fuck it, and made a FNAF shooter. I mean, yeah, people... FNAF is so weird. At some point, Frankie Sugarpants, my composer who wrote this music, is going to come on here and explain FNAF lore to me. I know that they are, like, making... I would think of a game I won't mention on Twitch that targets the shit out of furries. Yeah, they're making, like, a whole presentation. Because I've been trying to avoid learning anything about FNAF. The Paladins is still around, tells you nothing very different from the usual. Yeah, the only reason I knew about Paladins is because they did a HoloLive collab, and I downloaded it for a little while and fucked around with it. People were... Well, it's not unfortunate. People... I mean, okay, okay, I lied. It's unfortunate in the sense of FNAF Rule 34, because FNAF Rule 34 is truly fucking terrifying. But, I mean... The fact that it's popular enough to get Rule 34, yeah, it's cursed. People try to, like, one of the few things I actually know about FNAF is that people try to, like, yassify the chicken lady. And they make her, like, sexy. It's over enough. People Rule 34. Yeah, exactly. So you know it's over enough. So it's unfortunate in the sense that it's fucking cursed. But it's not unfortunate for the developers that their thing was popular enough for people to make porn of it. So that's the reason you do this shit. Like, you want people to draw your characters. You want to make your characters iconic enough that kids want to draw them in their notebooks. Like, that's why shit like Sonic gets over. Hell, that's why one of the reasons why Deadpool got over. He's very easy to draw. Right? And not just, like, people drawing porn, but you also want, like, kids drawing doodles of your character, and you want other kids to look at your character and be like, oh, you drew a picture of blah. Like, if I draw a picture of Sailor Moon and it's absolutely shitty, you can still tell it's a picture of Sailor Moon because her design is so iconic. And there's just a lot of characters that are like, oh, that's a really iconic design. If I draw one of these characters, I won't, because they're not interesting to look at or draw, and, like, it would just be a guy in a coat. It's not fucking interesting. And I'm not a concept artist. Like, I don't have the answer for this. Like, I had a concept artist do all my art for me because I'm not a good concept artist. But this is why you hire good concept artists. Just draw a circle and put a smiley face at the top. Yeah, I don't know. Draw something iconic. Just go ahead and make iconic fashion already. What are you waiting for? Like, it's hard. It's not easy. Yeah. Too many fails to have a Cheryl Cheese. Yeah, exactly. Because then when you draw a Pigtails character and they have the two little meatballs, you drew Sailor Moon. You did it. They came up with a really... Or like the thing that's going on now with Miku, right? Everybody drawing Miku because Miku has the pigtails. And she's also just like so iconic. And is this... Oh, this is the other Concord thing. Hang on. I'm gonna find... Like Miku. Brazilian Miku. I said this the other day, but Brazilian Miku is the new... Brazilian Miku is the new Bowsette. What'd you miss? I was talking about Brazilian Miku. Brazilian Miku is the new Bowsette. Here's just a random Brazilian Miku. Random Brazilian Miku. She's the new Bowsette. Everybody likes Brazilian Miku. The Miku who is from Brazil. You know, they just like her. People like to draw her. What do they like to do? She's hot. They like to draw hot girls. People like to draw hot girls. What a fucking shock. What a concept. That's so crazy. I can't believe people like to draw hot girls. Try this wall of text. People went wild with it. Yeah, Concord devs don't. Concord devs do not want to draw hot girls. They're fucking allergic to it. I don't know what the problem is. Get everybody to draw. People are too fucking touchy. People are sensitive. It's ironic that Brazil is not allowed on Twitter. Miku Rachel Dollars up. No, Miku belongs to the world. Miku belongs to every nation. Miku is all of us. Miku can be from wherever. Yeah, Miku's everyone's idol. No country can truly own Miku. Especially the clothing ones. I love when people do like, hey, draw your OC in this, and then you get to see a bunch of hot girls wearing a cool outfit for a little while. I mean, I always love that. It's always good to see. Oops, that's just a Dante on my timeline. I'm trying to see if anybody's drawing other hot girls. I mean, not that I mind the Dantes. I follow Dante artists for a reason. I want to see British Miku. French Miku. I bet you somebody has drawn French Miku. Let's see. French Miku. I guarantee you. My take on the worldwide Miku trend, French Miku. It's not that great. It's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna pick fun of the artist, but she's just not sexy. It's a good art, but it's not porn. It's just she's just in a t-shirt. I want to see. Well, no, there's tons of American Mikus. There's like somebody did Boston Miku. Did anybody do Philadelphia Miku? I was gonna do Cleveland Miku. No, there's no Philadelphia Miku. Somebody draw Philadelphia Miku. What would Philly Miku look like? Oh, somebody did. Somebody did an attempt. I feel like she'd be wearing Eagles gear. Okay, I think I found one. It's too small. Zoom in. This is the biggest one I could find. Arizona Miku is just college Miku and college tees. Jurassic Miku, Quebec Miku, a couple Philly Miku. There needs to be more Philly Mikus. Philly artists, get on that. Show me what your biggest Philly Miku would be. I think she's got a Phil's cap with a ice cream in it. Philly Miku should be choking out a Rangers fan. Philly Miku should be throwing batteries at Santa. Philly Miku should be curb stomping a robot. Someone draw Miku as each member of the Avengers. I got a Deadpool shirt for Disney that's just Deadpool drawn as each of the Avengers. Philly Miku on a lamppost drunk off her ass in an Eagles jersey. Yes, that's what I need to see. I need to see Philly Miku. Philly Miku needs to be climbing a greased lamppost. Close as I get. Philly Miku needs to be climbing a grease lamppost. Look for a video called Hatsune Miku Does Not Talk to British People. Okay, I will. Only 18 seconds long?
Excuse me?
Okay, I found it. Turn my music off again. Keep pausing my music.
Excuse me? Are you British?
Yes, Papa.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That's an Miku that not talk too many people. We only have time and we have in your mom.
Hey, we're not gonna go into Gavus Battles Zatsudan. The only pounds I need her be pounding your mom. God, you love to see it. You hear me out here. Gritty Bitty the Tar of a Nazi, then Gritty takes off the mascot head, and that's Philly Miku. Philly Miku. No, Philly Miku. Philly Miku is definitely the climbing a greased pole. There was like an AI art set of like waifus climbing poles after the Eagles game. But somebody needs to draw Miku doing that for real. And like that would be the perfect Philly Miku, I think. Sorry, I have this tabletop RPG up. I retweeted this earlier today. Are y'all familiar with Clint Hocking? Probably aren't. Unless you were in chat when I mentioned him. He is the director for Far Cry 2 and what's the other one? There are superhero TTRPGs though. They're just very, very crunchy. They made like 15 years to make this. This is 10 years, yeah. This is 10 years of 10 years. 10 years of TTRPG development on this. Watch Dogs Legion, that's the other game he made. I have not played Watch Dogs Legion. I did play Far Cry 2. I did not play Watch Dogs Legion, although I was curious about it. I liked Watch Dogs 2 well enough. But I didn't play Legion, even though I was curious about it. Maybe I'll play it at some point, I don't know. It was kind of like the hook was like you could play as anybody in the whole world, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how they pulled it off. You like Legion? Yeah, we have Legion, don't we? Or do you have it on PC? We have it, like maybe we have it on Xbox, I don't know. Legion's interesting. I don't think he's a bad game developer, but I do think this is a bad game. And I wanted to be a catty bitch about it. Because I looked at this, I retweeted this earlier, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I read his like dev blog about it, and this is his dev blog. It's such small text. But if you like look at this whole thing, it's like I was playing D&D 3.5 and I didn't want to teach my son such a complicated game as D&D 3.5 because it's a little bit complicated. So I decided to simplify it and invent my own version of D&D 3.5, and it's not at all complicated whatsoever. The fuck? Thank you for the thank you for subbing. Just how far up his own RCC can he see tonsils? Well, this is the man that invented the phrase ludonarrative dissonance that caused game critics to argue for years about whether that was a thing or whether that was, did he invent Pathfinder independently? This is a Pathfinder-ish, only it's not good. I read it and it's not good. And then I was like, okay, I have to talk about this because I'm such a TTRPG like snob. I used to hang out with the people on The Forge, which is this article here is from. And this is written in 2002. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this because you need to see, like, this is written in 2002. And it's about this concept of, like, fantasy heartbreakers where somebody will take Dungeons and Dragons and they'll take the Dungeons and Dragons conceit and they will make their own game like D&D, except I fixed a couple of things that bugged me about D&D. So here's a bunch of games that are like this. Like there's a ton of games where somebody's like, I'm going to reconfigure D&D and make it. Yes, I'm talking about a specific concept. Yes. So this is educational content because I'm telling you guys about this whole thing. This is a whole movement of TTRPGs where people would invent this thing what they call that Ron Edwards calls a fantasy heartbreaker. And so there's all these different like GNS is his other theory about game development. He has a lot of interesting like theories. Not all of them are like perfect, but this is a great article because it really talks about like what does it mean to fix Dungeons and Dragons, quote unquote. And how everybody who fixes it does like one interesting thing and one stupid thing. I cannot believe somebody did it again in 2024. And they're trying to fix Dungeons and Dragons. And this is exactly the same thing that Ron Edwards called out in 2002. And what kills me about this is like Clint is not stupid. He just does not know the history of the thing he's working on, and it shows. Which is wild. like you didn't do any, I don't know, man. Like, call me, but whatever. But you did not do any research because these games exist already. There's a whole category, a whole subcategory of games just like this thing you wrote. And it's like that. Like, first of all, when is the last fucking time you gave a shit about encumbrance rules in Dungeons and Dragons? Oh, the rules everybody fucking ignores and doesn't care about? I'm sorry. I needed to write this crunchy 1970s-ass equation for my bulk factor. I'm such a catty bitch. I'm sorry. Like, what are we doing here, Clint? What are we doing? I went, like, this is so GURPS. It's so GURPS. And, like, okay, the character generator is also bananas. I went into this thing, like, what happens if I try to generate a character with this character generator? And it's like, it's so crunchy, and you actually, like, do a little life path thing, which is kind of interesting. Like, it tells you, like, this is what happens to you in your life, but everything is rolling randomly, which we have, like, moved away from. But I looked into this, like, he doesn't like point build because it's degenerate. Did he independently reinvent Traveler? Yes. Yes, he did independently reinvent Traveler. Yes, that's what he says. Look, the word is right there. It's degenerate. I'm sorry for being such... At least you can't die in this life path. Yes, you can. You can die. You can die. Hang on, I'll zoom in further. Sorry, I have to make it large. So, I feel it makes for a good, credible simulation and has an inherent auto-balancing effect on a hybrid random point spend character creation system that softens the chaos of pure randomness while preventing the degenerate build strategies that plague point spend. Sorry. Yes, you can die in Karagen. I applaud death in C-Gen. That means I won't waste my time on stupid shit. Also, you can die in Karagen from a completely random roll. But it's like a single roll can kill you in Karagen. Isn't it fatal? Yeah, you don't have to roll for your anal circumference and breast size. It seems to sort of take a picture of his screen saying it take quick in front of it. You don't have to. You could. You could roll for your anal circumference and breast size. I'm such a G-Gen. I actually am a degenerate, so I take offense to calling point by degenerates. Also, if you read the next paragraph, my son's character was a guy named Coyote who was son to the chief of the Roadrunner clan. He was just shitposting. We know you're a degenerate. It's true. You do know. I wouldn't have all these Doki Doki Literature Club shit in my overlay if I wasn't a degenerate. That proves it right there. You can die in Karagen because there's this whole life events path. There's a whole total of 142 life events that are part of character creation. Each character has character, whatever spell check is for the week, has a custom subset of the possible life effects they could experience. The subset is based on their species. They use the species instead of race, which is fine. There are lowest and highest stats. There's no classes, by the way. We know we keep coming back. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you for knowing that I'm a D-Gen and coming back anyway. I'm the biggest fucking D-Gen. I'm bulletproof though, because I don't even care if you know I'm a D-Gen. I like the hot big titty chicks. I support using species over race. Me too. I don't really sweat it. Yeah, species is fine. I hate rolling for stats because in modern D&D, if you roll and their character's worthless, they're degenerate. Yeah, I did rolling for stats last time I ran the game, and I kind of regretted it because then people just want a new character anyway. So just do the fucking standard array thing and just get on with your life. The randomness just doesn't add anything. Point by is fine. Why is character trying to be hard? Well, are you? I'm sorry, but what if you have a build strategy? What then? What if you have a build strategy? No, like rolling randomly is great in like Made, because it's fucking completely random. So there's some games where it's like, yeah, paranoia, roll it random. Who cares? If you're actually gonna play this character for like a whole campaign, you want to actually like your character. I think you want to have like a random character. Here's an example life effect called All Hands on Deck. Life event can happen to you if you reach the apprentice level of mastery in the transport ski field. No character has not reached the apprentice level of mastery in the transport ski skill field will ever experience this life event. It cannot be experienced more than once. Life event. You draw a life event. So, result of 14 or lower. Epic misfortune. The crew panics, the ship sinks, everyone drowns. This is a single roll in your Karagen and you could die. During Karagen. Whoops. Start over, I guess. Also, there's no classes because that would be complicated. So instead, there's skills. Would you like to look at the skills? It's like Pathfinder and groups on an ugly baby. I know. It is like, what the fuck? It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. I died. I died. Thank you so much for sub. Stop, stop, stop. Girls only want guys who have good skills. Okay, listen. They're all different. Veterinary, weaving, wall running, offhand unarmed, offhand weapon, music instrument specific, midwifery specific, midwifery for the different races. I wanted to simplify D&D 3.5. I wanted to make it simpler. Midwifery for specific. It's the skill of delivering babies. It depends on what kind of baby. Yeah, I don't know. I will say there is a lot of fascination with getting pregnant in this, like enough that it makes me a little uncomfortable. Because every single race species that you click on, he immediately explains like how do they have babies. It eats every single, like, I get why you would want to know this, but like, could this be like further down maybe? I don't know. I don't know, dude. Cat are loners who tend not to enter monogamous relationships. The exception of this is during pregnancy and child rearing. Yeah, but Avon's lay eggs is probably good info to have, but like he goes into it on every single character. Like, expectant mothers adopted denning behavior, and their partner usually attach themselves to help care and protect from the mother or litter. Feeling this is not uncommon for another female to attend the mother and act as a midwife. Pregnancy lasts only 80 days, and litters are literally 2 or 4. This is the second paragraph. This is the second paragraph about this race, and it's about their fucking babies. We couldn't have started with culture. No, it has to be specific. It has to be specific. I don't mind, like, it's good to have this information because, like, okay, how long does the race live for is pretty vital, right? Like, if elves live 600 years, 250 years, like, that is good, that's good information to have, right? Like, you need to know that up front. But I just so... Ed Green would tell you this shit too, but he'd be charming about it. Using the child's head poking it, boot it straight back in. You gotta know how to... I did not look at the spell list yet. Oh, good lord. Power, casting cost, touch, instant spells, resistance, successes, failure. Okay, here's all the spells. This is just D&D. Anticipate, antidote, assist, beast form, breathe, complexes. What would you do? Just use for tiefling breast milk tastes like, yeah. Yeah, Ed, I would take it from Ed Greenwood. I would listen to him talk about it. Aim, swarm form, summon beast, storm call. Spirit vestments. These aren't that interesting. They're just basic D&D spells for the most part. Pregnant D&D. The skill list is bananas, though. The skill list is actually bananas because there's just so much stupid fucking. This one made me so confused. Join pack. A successful 21C. I don't even know what that means. Using this skill allows the character to gain acceptance to a group of wild social animals. Animals in the group will treat the character as one of them. The character will benefit from the skills and attitudes, but will not be expected to contribute. The pack does not obey the character. They are not pets. Individuals in the group may challenge the character from time to time as they would animals in the group. Why is this here? What is this a furry? Is this just furry shit? There's half the races are furry. This is bird people, dog people, dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, cat people, lizard people, merfolk, but the merfolk are fish people. They're not like hot mermaids, which is how you can tell this wasn't written for a girl. Because another comment I made is like, here's all they have: thin, wispy hair, only noticeable on their head, ranging from platinum blonde to ash blonde to a translucent green or blue. And male and female are hard to distinguish for non-merfolk. If I was a girl, I wouldn't be having this. If I was a girl, I would not be having this. Like, if I was his daughter, I would be like, excuse me, no. I get to be a sexy mermaid. I get to wear seashells as a bra. Yeah. Yeah. Don't fuck with me. Bear people, like just like in ZZZ. And then they talk about getting pregnant in the third sentence. Pig people. Yeah, pig people. Some of this feels kind of Zelda inspired to me, and like there's a lot of the mermaids should all be hunky and chiseled and have spears. Yeah, everybody should be hot. They have quite thin body hair and present as pinkish skin, while others have full fur coats. Like, this is fine information to have. And then immediately into the porcine families. With the porcine families have litters, I guess. Which again, it's fine. And there's also bug people. Insect people with chitinous exoskeletons. There's not classes, so you just use your skills and skill descriptions to like explain how you, yeah, degenerate. Yes, more people should be the other way. Hunk, head and torso of a fish. That's totally fine. I didn't even read the part about nipples. Oh, did I gloss over the nipples part? I'm sorry. Wait, was there a part about nipples? Top paragraph? Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Oh, females tend to be larger than males and usually have 12 nipples. Okay, great, thanks. Great. I totally missed the 12 nipples. Thanks. Thank you for alerting me to that information. Well. Okay. It takes a lot to put it all out there and post your RPG, you know, but, no. Does that mean they have 12 boobs? Or do they just have 12 nipples? They don't have boobs. Jake, come in here, you guys, and take a look at this. This is important information. They have lungs. They have large litters of children. It's part of the game. Like your one has 8 nipples and one has 4. You're in the middle of a dungeon. You're like, oh shit, time to give birth to my litter of pigs. And then everybody, oh god, good thing somebody has midwifery so they can pull these litter of pigs out. Stop, I'm dying. Oh my god, I have pig midwifery. Quick, deliver the pig babies. Oh no. And then they have to like line them up on the mom. What does this have to do with adventures? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. So sorry. So there is combat. The challenge is called a 21C. I guess the 21C simply roll 2 10-sided dice and sum them during a value between 2 and 20. Slightly different from a D20 because it's like a different bell curve, so that's kind of smart. It's a different bell curve. Me with midwifery cat. Sorry, dog woman. I only know how to midwife for cats and not dogs. Congrats, it's quintuplets. They're pigs. They have a whole litter. You gotta line them up on them pig nipples. God. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Challenges. So there is combat. Order battle actions, resolving combat, attacking, melee attacks. What's funny about this is like if you look at the design, like what is a fantasy heartbreaker? Every single one of these. This was written in 2002. He hits every single one of these. I checked. All these games have skill lists. We obviously saw that. They all have randomized attribute systems. Yep, we saw that because he doesn't want you to do that degenerate point buy shit. All of them greatly emphasize species as a major modifier. Yep, no classes, only species. All of them have levels in one fashion or another, but a very diminished version of levels with not terribly noticeable effects is exactly how this is designed. Because he says it's based on your skills levels, not your level. All of them crunchified D&D combat, placing individual emphasis on character speed. That's how the combat is written. Almost all of them rely on damage rolls, which makes some effort to affect while you hit, and not one uses a D&D size magic system. All of them have one speedy race, one more brute race, and one pretty race. So he has the cat people, so that's in there. But he's basically just done like furry races. They've also got like the bird people for speedy race, and like the bulls and bears for brute race. Oh, I didn't check and see what they do with the cows. Males are somewhat larger than females. In most cases, males have horns while females never do. Males have a huge horns. Yeah, okay, because these are minotaurs, right? They're called taurians, though. They're minotaurs, right? It didn't explain if they have udders or not. Do they have udders? I need more nipple information, Clint Hocking. Tell me more about the nipples, please. Despite their migratory hybrids, it's my partnership, blah, blah, blah. Huge horns. No, it's all about the horns. It's all about their really big horns. What was the thing I was gonna click on before I got into? Oh yeah, there's the combat that is like very crunchified. Yeah, it is. So like ammunition has a whole complicated thing. There's all this complicated like defending rolls, so it's crunchier than regular D&D combat, which is already pretty crunchy. And like, how do they do spell casting? How does he do spell casting? I see spell descriptions, but how does he do actual spell casting? Spells require the same way as skills. Your ability to learn is gated by prerequisite. Spells have a casting cost. You spend concentration every time you cast a spell, and if you run out, so it's just MP in a different. It's just MP in a different form, which is different from D&D because D&D is the only one that does that Vancian magic, where you have like a list of spells and you cast them and you lose them up. Almost nobody ever does Vancian except D&D, and it's just traditionally has done it for ages. This is the same as D&D. Touch, Hex, Awareness. That's the same. Oh, and then they cast a challenge. The challenge to 2,000 effect takes effect. If not, spells are and these are the list of spells. So it's definitely the same. No one uses a D&D style magic system. They change every single time. So yeah, it's all of these. It's exactly this. You think if you had read one essay about tabletop RPG design, you would have come across this and been like, oh, okay. Tell us how I really feel about Vancian magic. I mean, it's traditional. Nobody uses it except for D&D. Because it's fiddly. But, I don't know, I got used to it just because I don't really hate it. But it's very much an artifact, for sure. He's got a setting, too, which I didn't dig into super a lot, but this is, like, geography. But it's not fleshed out yet. Now, which I don't hate, because he said this is open beta, so if this isn't fleshed out, it's fine. I'm not gonna dig it on that. But like, I didn't read this that much, but like, there's all like a whole section. Like, he's got the outer planes figured out. But I mean, that's cool. Publisher D&D setting, I don't care about that. But I just think it's so funny that like, acting like this is new when this is like the oldest thing in the book, rewriting D&D. What was the other thing that I was gonna poke at? Oh, I want to show you guys the care gen thing because I could not figure it out. It's bananas. So this is the care gen. So we're gonna create a new character. I'm gonna roll my stats. I did terrible. I'm gonna re-roll my stats. Fuck it. Oh, I did even worse. Those are okay. That's kind of mid, but we'll do it. We'll deal with it. Oh, I love homebrew. My setting's homebrew too. I mean, when I run in D&D, I like to run my homebrew setting. I ran in Forgotten Realms last time I ran a campaign just because like that was what I had books for. But the thing about the reason they use Forgotten Realms for WotC is one, they don't have any rights issues with it because they own the rights to all that shit. And two, it's kind of default feeling D&D. Technically, it's not the first original D&D setting. That would be Greyhawk. But because it feels like sort of default-ish with like the gods you're used to and everything, it's kind of like just like the generic D&D setting is now Forgotten Realms. Which is kind of fun because like you have stuff like, oh, we're going to Neverwinter. Oh, cool. Like everybody knows where that is now. But on the same hand, like you do a homebrew campaign and have completely different cities and stuff, and it would still feel like D&D because you're still using like the D&D bones as the underlying structure. Now, I was always a big Dragonlance fan, which is why I feel like my homebrew world has a lot of Dragonlance inspiration. But I struggle to run campaigns in Dragonlance as a setting because the problem with Dragonlance is that there's a big adventure happening and the world is being saved, but you're not the star of that story. The star of that story is the people in the novels. Fuck you. And then they always shake up the world and like, oh yeah, they did a really cool thing. You weren't invited. So Dragonlance is only fun to play if you're like playing as the signature characters. Like if you're playing as Raceland, go nuts. But if you're like just an OC in Dragonlance, you're kind of second banana, so. I never really enjoyed running campaigns in that setting. The only time I would do it is if I was just like, yeah, fuck canon, we're just gonna knock everything over and let you guys be the stars of your own story. Magic so you can easily place in any homebrew. Yeah, Topple Society. That's what I would do. Alright, so we're gonna allocate our stats. I don't even know where I'm gonna allocate my stats, so I'm just gonna like randomly allocate stats. Intelligence, alertness, sure. Vitality, you want to have a nice high vitality so you have lots of hit points, right? Will, oh, I have a 4? Oh shit. Oh, what's my dump stat? I'm gonna be the least. Actually, I'll dump strength. I'll be like a little meek guy. I'm gonna be like really weak. Alright, so I have to choose my species. Let's go with the pig people. Why not? I'm a little weak piglet. I'm a little weak piglet with 12 nipples. Okay, so +1 strength. Oh, so that's actually a strong race. Plus conviction, minus cunning. So everybody has all these things that I have to have a minimum stat of 6. Oh, I can't be a horse. I'm not strong enough to be a pig person. I can't be a pig person. I'm not strong enough. Okay, I can be a cat person. They can be weak. It's fine. +1 agility. Oh, they don't have minimum stat requirements? Some of these have minimum stat requirements. Oh, they do. Minimum stat 6, minimum stat 6. Okay, they all have minimum stat requirements. Agility and cunning. Okay, well, that's fine. So first of all, you have to have at least a 6. How many nipples do the cat people have? Good question. I think that was the normal amount. But then again, they're cats. Who knows? They talk about pregnancy, but they don't talk about the nipples. They do have coats that shed to adapt to regional climate difference. Your species having minimum requirements. Now, listen, we're fixing D&D, okay? The species have minimum requirements. We're gonna be a cat person. Determine social status. So now I roll for my social status. It's based on your species because some species can just never be nobles. Like, you can't be a goblin noble. That's not a thing. So if you look at the core rules for that, there's a whole, life event experience. Where's the stat? Where's the Personality traits. Oh, there's all these. These are all personality traits. You have to roll your personality traits. And then there's... Where is the, Okay, yeah. Social status, assign their mother tongue. I could not figure this part out at all. We'll get to it, but I could not figure this out. So, social status is like, how social are you? So here's the chart for social status. So you have to roll based on your species, because some species can never be nobles. Like, you can never be a goblin or gnome noble. They don't have nobles at all. So if you're a bug person, fuck you. They're pretty much all drones. And the tree people are also kind of drones. But you can not be a noble cat person either. But we what are the cat, the Khajiit. The Khajiit do not get to be nobles. No such thing. For the most part, they're all poor and destitute. Because, I don't know. I guess that's just how it is. So, yep, I rolled destitute. That's what I got. I'm a impoverished cat lady. I'll go ahead and be female. That's fine. It's like personality traits. So I could pick my personality traits. This guy definitely has monster entries like this. Oh, maybe. I don't know. The bestiary is on this tab. So there's a whole list of different beasts. Monsters, flyclops, gargoyle, standard gargoyle subtype, winged monkey-sized creatures with sharp teeth and claws and thick stony scales. Yeah, it's just D&D monsters for the most part. Imp. I don't know if he has, like, I don't know if he actually has alignment. I don't think that's a thing. I think that is not a thing in this. I could be wrong. Celestials are some powerful creatures from higher dimensions. So he's had, like, angels and stuff. So I'm assuming these are always good, but it doesn't really specify. So maybe there's nothing like that in this game. Maybe that is not in it. So I get to choose my I don't know what these do. The personality traits. That's a whole other thing. I'm losing it because I'm clicking on things too much. Personality traits. Only the stats, attributes, are just a bunch of numbers, but you can't roleplay numbers. Roleplay is about adapting your persona and making decisions in an unfolding adventure based on how your character would make them, not based on how you would make them. To help you think of your character, not their personality, the personality traits below can help you choose adjectives. So these don't really have a mechanical effect. These are just to, like, get you started in roleplaying, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Because I could be like, okay, well, I'm sturdy. I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to pick that. I'm going to pick, I'm curious, because I'm a cat. And I'm devious, because I'm a cat. But I'm also scrawny, delicate, or well, I'm delicate. That's good. I like that. And then I'm shy. Oh. So you pick your personality traits, which is, like, kind of cute, because it's like, how do you roleplay this character? That kind of makes sense. But, like, I don't... Help. What the fuck is this? What? Like, the only one I get is cat, because I'm a cat. Like, but what is the rest of this shit? I don't know what these don't match the names of the species. These are sign language. I know what that means. I mean, cat, obviously, but what is all this? What's Nosip? Is that gnome? Like, could you, like, explain anything about what these languages are? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm gonna assume that they're explained somewhere, but I could not figure out where. If I go to character creation process, it says mother tongue, and then you click on that, and it just links you to language specific, linguistic skill, and then just links you to linguistic skill. I cannot find a place where it actually explains what these languages are. Okay, I'll pick cat, because I'm a cat. I say meow a lot. Right here, introduce a social stat, just find your... So I gotta pick my... What kind of speech do I give? Am I a confident speaker, or am I more of a cunning speaker? I'll just pick the stat that is the best. And I mean, I could pick a second language, but whatever. So now I get to roll for my skill points. This is the part where I was like, what am I do? What is happening? Okay, as a child... I learned to play cards, and I learned my native language, or I could learn a different language, I guess. I learned to speak. And I learned to play the bagpipes. And I learned to ride a donkey. It's because it's that specific. It can't just be ride a horse. You have to ride it. Hey, do I need to zoom in again so y'all can see? Is this like tiny? It has to be like camel, elephant, horse, mule, donkey. It can't just be like regular riding. It has to be specific to the animal. And I was really good at smash 'em. I don't know what that is. Or handball. Or burling. Is that like curling? I was really good at burling. These are the only things you can learn as a child. You can learn small weapons as a young adult, but right now I'm a child, so I can only learn those things, okay? And now I learn my street skills. I can learn this. I can learn a lie. Lying is good because all cats are liars. All cats are liars. And pickpockets. I guess I'm just. Let's consider what smash 'em is. Oh, who knows? And sneaks. I guess cats are just like the thief race. I guess your species really, because I did this as a lizard person earlier and I had completely different. I'd enjoyed a lot of crunch over the years. This is very crunchy. This is interesting in the sense that, like, okay, I mean, I could make a very crunchy, you know, character. 7, only 7. I can't get that good at pickpocketing in this older. Here, let's put more points in sneaking. Like, I'm kind of having fun. Like, I could play a cat thief. That's okay. But now we can do the life cycle thing. This is the part where you can die. So now I'm gonna roll to see if I get a random physical attribute. A small debt is mysteriously favored. I got $100! And then I can spend my experience points to raise a skill or to increase a derivative. So I can say I want more stamina. And I'm going to continue. I'm just going to keep rolling until I get to the end of... You're pressured to the authorities in providing information on suspicious individuals. You start to learn how to play a very dangerous game. Grade a free roll in the street skill field. Roll for skills. I have 6 points. I can learn more streetwise skills. Like some sneaking it. Pickpocketing. Nice. I'm getting better at thieving. I don't know where that is on the damn sheet. Oh, here we go. Bagpipes. Oh, the bagpipes are really important. The bagpipes and the donkey are really important. I learned how to do bagpipes. I can acquire a perk. I don't know what that means. Prodigy. You have a total of 9... I mean, I can look that up. That's just me not reading, but... Increase the derivative, increase the stat. Oh, so to increase the stat, you have to be able to spend the new value of the stat. So I can't increase any stat except strength, because its strength is really low. So I'll just have to go till the next... Let's do another... Your carriage suffers a broken ankle and you need to... Oh, roll strength using strength. Epic misfortune! Oh, hello! Hello, goodbye? Don't leave. No, did you just come in and say hello? You're here and you're gone. Yeah. Now I just broke my leg. My leg is crushed and I must be amputated at the knee. Now I'm a one-legged cat burglar. No! My agility has to be increased because I lost so much agility from losing my leg. I run in with the you recognize the scam and I got $1,000! But I did lose my leg though. Oh, you're back? Welcome. Thank you. We are just looking at this really weird RPG I found. This really weird RPG I found. And now you're gone? Okay. Very mysterious. Your character is so much worse than everyone else at the table since you're not getting that XP. Yep. Nah, I'm just fucked. Now I have 6 more years. I can complete 2 more life cycles for reaching the next... I was talking about Concord. I was talking about Concord. I'm talking about this now. This is a totally different game. This is MythMaster. This is MythMaster. This is the MythMaster beta. I retweeted this earlier today, and then I actually read it, and then I was like, this shit is bananas. I have to talk about this on a stream. This feels like it came out in 1989. But it came out today. Like, I don't... Like, it's okay to, like, make weird games. Like, I love weird games. Like, it just feels such a throwback. Oh, I got a mysterious and powerful magical item defined by the director. I am missing my leg, but I did get a mysterious and powerful magic item. I must spend experience points. So I have to increase the other stat. Can I have my fucking agility back, please? And I guess I can increase my composure or something. Okay, that's fine. Is it a magic leg? I don't fucking know. I have one more life cycle before I reach the mystical age of 20. A successful and widely traveled merchant offers you a chance to get involved in an exciting business opportunity. You realize the deal is a scam and walk away. Okay, nothing happened. Oh, an aging event. Oh, I didn't read the thing. Wait. I got an aging event because now I'm over 20, so I'm so old now. Yeah, so you have 10 more years before you reach the age of 30. You can complete 4 more life cycles before reaching the next age threshold. If you wanted to continue developing your adventure or go on an adventure. So basically, like, the way this works is, like, you have your life path. So, like, now you're leveled up. So now I'm like, oh, I'm 22? I guess I'm age 20. I guess you, like, your life path, you only level up in chunks of 10 or something. I don't know. So, like, I'm 20. I'm going to go on my adventure. But I'm missing a leg because leg obtained at the knee. The director should create a character to act as your rival. Show backstory. Initial stats rolled. And then it shows you all your life events so far. You can cover all kinds of ways to make yourself feel truly exhausted. Must one to stamina. So this is kind of interesting, but I would also be kind of... Is this game on Discord? I can link it. I linked it on Twitter, but I'll link it on Discord. You have to make an account to play with this. But it is completely free. I'll link it in the RPG and tabletop section. Yeah, you have to make an account, but it's completely free. I will not be running a table of this game. But, I was fascinated by the fact that this just launched today and it was written by, like, a fairly well-seasoned video game designer. And it's such a throwback to, like I said, like, if you made this in 1987, I would be like, okay, that's legit for a 1987 game. It does not feel like a game made today. Even the name, MythMaster RPG, I know, it's such a throwback. It's such a throwback, dude. It's crazy. Quick start. Spoiler warning, is a lot more than grinding dungeons. At the core, this adventure is a mystery. If you flip around carelessly, you're likely to spoil it yourself and others. This is like the DM's guide. Hackmaster! I like Hackmaster. Hackmaster is just D&D 0, but with some deliberate shitpost thrown in. Like, spells that are just actually shitposts, just thrown into the rules. Yeah, Hackmaster's fun. Hackmaster's someone doing this when they were drunk. Yeah, Hackmaster is this, but as a goof. Mm-hmm. Like, I would play Hackmaster before I'd play this, just because, like, Hackmaster is this, but they're picking fun of the whole idea. Like, there's this whole thing called the Old School Renaissance, OSR. Is KOTD really still going? That's crazy. The Old School Renaissance, where people, like, games like this, and they, like, play really crunchy old games. And this particular thing was just made in a vacuum devoid of any of that cultural memory. which is just wild to me. I'm sure I could make a better D&D. Oh, okay. Oh. It's wild. We're locked to push this whole conclusion of doing OSR stuff. Something may start Renaissance campaign. Yeah, OSR is interesting. I like the old school Renaissance stuff because it knows what it is. You know, like you get what you're doing and what you're making. This is like out of left field to me. It just feels like such a. I'm closing off the Mikus. I had so many French Mikus. It's absolutely just a fantasy heartbreaker made in 2024, and it blows my mind that people are still making fantasy heartbreakers in 2024. I like the vibe of old school stuff. I like the vibe of like old school dungeon. You need to avoid the misery porn, yeah. What like this is what like this throws me for an absolute loop. The fact that they would have like, well, like right up front they've got this bulk factor calculation about like encumbrance for how much shit you're carrying. Whoever does this in D&D. Is this like the first thing that you fucking ignore? Is all that encumbrance stuff? Is it just so boring to calculate and who cares? Yeah. What's your bulk factor? Well, can you do that? Are you sure? What's your bulk factor? It's getting thrown right out the window. Climbing a ladder or any structure specifically decided to facilitate climbing is on a 1/3 your base move. 1/20th base move for unfavorable, 1/30 for somewhat difficult. Note, this is standard movement when you see your 21 seed using climbing skill. If you fear the roar, you don't move at all. Oh, the lizard people can swim fast. That's good. Another reason to be a lizard person. Lizard person supremacy. Not the dogs, though. They don't have any swimming bonuses. How many nipples do the dog people have? Gender differences tend to be less significant than individual variants, making it difficult for other species to tell the difference. Canis and poor center different. Piece with this, they can distinguish gender by smell due to their olfactory sense perk. Oh, that's right. Everybody has perks. They have night vision. That's cool. Olfactory sense. What are the perks for like some of these races? Gnomes have eyeballing. What's that? You can accurately measure physical dimensions, including weight, length, height, and speed of motion. All gnomes have this perk. Gendermorphic. Lazari can choose to switch gender presentation between anamorphic and gynomorphic forms. To initiate this process, roll 21C using stability. If successful, the transformation will take place over the course of 5d4 days, minus the amount you succeed you're challenged by. If triggered in sync with the egg production cycle, the transformation lasts 8 or fewer days. It can be used to auto-reproduce, allowing the eggs to be formed in the gynomorphic state and then fertilized once transformorphin to the anthropomorphic state is complete. In this case, the offspring will effectively be clones to the lone parent. This process can also be triggered involuntarily by environmental stress, may causing a sudden biome from tropical to boreal template. And if reached up to shift, use the transforming to resist the transformation. This is just Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. It's Jurassic Park. You can if you try really hard, you can form eggs. If you try really hard, you can form eggs, and the eggs can, I don't know, then I think you lay the eggs, and then you fertilize the eggs, your own eggs, and then you make up clothes. This is weird. This guy has a fetish. I don't know, this is just weird. I don't mind if people have a fetish in their RPGs. Yeah, that's fine. Have a fetish in your RPGs. Yeah, whatever. Nobody's getting hurt. This isn't fatal. I think that guy did. I think that guy turned out to be a bad person. The leg loss event didn't go into detail. No, that's true. It didn't. Right? I had my leg chopped off. Well, I guess that dude's in jail. That's what I thought. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it because I wasn't sure, but I think that guy did get arrested. The fatal guy. I saw something that said he got arrested for actually needing to be arrested. The fatal. Yeah, fatal is terrible. So I'm not gonna look up fatal. Fatal is not safe for stream or life. We would have to put adults only warning on the stream. I've kind of, as is, I talk about porn shit too much on this stream, even when I don't put stuff on here. But like, Like, public speaking, that's fine, but like, look at this. This perk allows you to employ a range of communication skills. Public speaking allows you to imply confuse, fast talk, intimidation, leadership, mock, patsy, persuasion, and provoke skills to anyone listening to your speech. That's too many fucking skills for talking to somebody. That's just too much. Clint, why do I need this? Come on, bro. Why do I need 16 different skills to talk to people? That's ridiculous. All these skills do the same thing? Talk to people? We've simplified D&D. Yeah, it's simpler now. It's simpler compared to 3.5, the worst D&D. Oh, good lord. This person allows you to train magical power. This is a classless system. There's no classes, so. As an orc, you do not need to specialize your weapon skills. Oh, what's the orc perk? Is that the battle perk? Weapon mastery. That's all they get? Huh. Orcs just hit stuff, I guess. They cannot drink alcoholic beverage. The stereotype of the violent drunken orc is a discriminatory trope. Orcs drink water, milk, and blood, and they enjoy a particular mixture of milk and blood that keeps the blood from coagulating. I mean, okay, that's kind of based. What's kind of based? I can understand lie and persuade being separate, but Jesus, that's too much. It is too much. It's too much because, like, lie and persuade being separate makes sense because it's like, okay, you're being truthful or you're lying, so they're kind of different. But like, you look at all those different skills to talk to somebody. Which one do I roll, dude? Which one do I roll? Oh, I also love that animal husbandry and animal handling are 2 different skills. Oh my god, there's a joking skill? No, wait, did I miss that? Did I read that wrong? Did I read invoke? Oh, I was freaking out. I thought I saw joke. I was like, wait. Let's just go for reading jokes. No, there's not a skill for reading jokes. Okay. I was looking at invoke. Attune, baking. Basketry. I'm sorry. Did you level your basket making? Did you level your basket weaving skill? I do require singing though. That has to be a separate skill. It has to be a separate skill. You can't just be good at that for free. It's too much effort. But what even is this? How do you pronounce that word? Bivouac? Well, I don't have singing. I wasn't able to buy that skill. I think only certain classes can buy only certain races can buy certain skills. It's not classes. There's no classes. Bouviac. Can the mer people buy singing? Is that what that's for? What if I start over? Yeah, I'm gonna go adventuring. Whatever. I'm gonna redo the character generator. Create a new character. I wanna make a mermaid. This is a shitty roll. Can I even make a mermaid with these stats? Because of my low. All the required. Which one did I miss? Strength, will, vitality, intelligence, alertness. Intelligence? Okay, there we go. Did I even make a merfolk? What is that required? And this is fine. I can do this. But what skills do they get? I keep saying female. I would be a mermaid. I'm a curious, perseverant, awkward. I'm like a dorkable. And absent-minded. I'm Ariel. And I don't fucking know what any of these languages are. I speak Inuit. And I don't have any good stats whatsoever, so who cares? And I just give a bonus skills to signature racial skills instead of restricting access. Because then you get to be surprised by what you can and can't. I'm gonna be skilled in the hurdy-gurdy. I'm gonna put all my points in hurdy-gurdy. No, I'll also put some points in darts. See, this is how you know what skills you can get. Like after you get to this point, you get you see your skills. So like as a merfolk, I'm good at boating, seafaring, swimming. That all makes sense. But then astrology, I guess I kind of get for free. But I don't know, like, what class gets singing. I mean, I guess I would have to, like, go into the... What class? I keep saying class. What species gets singing? I guess I would have to go into, like, the... What, apprentice? Okay, so elf, apparently. Elf is the class that gets arts skills. So maybe if I make an elf, I'll be able to pick that skill. It's kind of confusing, right? Like, why not just have classes? But you can't have classes because that wouldn't be confusing enough. So I have to pick all of these things first, and then I have to see if I'm good enough to be an elf. Looks like I am. And then now I can determine my social status. I guess I could just decide to be a noble. That's kind of cool, but I'll be male this time, whatever. And then now I can choose like these. I'm just picking at random. And I can pick a language at random, and then I can pick my whichever stat is highest. I guess hunting is fine. Like it's fun. So now I can actually see like what skills I get. So elves get the musical instrument. Everybody gets that, it seems like, at first level. And then do I get... There we go. So now I have literature, writing, archaeology, architecture, history, philosophy, theology, mocking, teaching. I still don't have singing. I don't know how the hell I learned to sing. But because I have art, because I'm an elf, so I can actually learn arts stuff. I don't know. So it's based on your race. Now I can learn climbing and mathematics and teamster. The races are classes, yeah. There's no classes, but the species are classes, because the species is what restricts your access to what skills you get. So it's effectively the same thing as a class, except more restrictive. Because it also picks, like, everything else about your character as well. Get a free roll of construction. It means I can learn more construction. I can learn more physics. And I can learn to make pots. I don't know. I can learn plumbing. I'm a plumber! I'm Mario! It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. Yeah, the elf plumbers of Lotharian. Isn't that romantic? I'm so glad I learned plumbing. I'm sure that helps me out in the dungeon. Listen, what if you're in a dungeon and you encounter a valve puzzle with like a bunch of valves you have to turn? That 3 levels of plumbing is gonna help me out, isn't it? I need those levels of plumbing so that I can plumb the dungeons. That makes perfect sense. I don't know why I was picking fun of it. I could produce a plumbing dungeon? Yeah, I could too. It's a fucking water temple, right? Yeah! I mean, you design for the game you're making. So if like the skills in the game are like important and there's stuff like masonry and plumbing, I can see that being super fun. Like it's just a whole dungeon full of teamsters. Yeah, and they're all like going into the dungeon and they're like, ooh, let's fix all these stoneworks. It makes sense. I could see it happening. It's kind of dumb, but I could see it happening. Thanks for picking fun of games with me tonight, everyone. Thanks for talking about Concord with me. Let's never play it. Next scheduled stream is going to be on Thursday. In and out because I need extra sleep. Yeah, I'm about to wrap. I was just talking about RPGs today. And we spent the first half of the stream talking about Concord and how ugly it is. Because it's just fun to pick fun of. Sometimes it's just fun to look at a train wreck. Hope it was good. Get some sleep. Thank you for coming by. Sometimes it's just fun to laugh at something bad together. Sometimes it's just fun to be a hater. I can't. I have to be a hater. I have to. It's in my dust. It's in my blood. I gotta finish my Final Fantasy book for the night. I think I'm just gonna do it real quick after the stream. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. I think I'll just knock it out. Next actual scheduled stream is Thursday, and I'm gonna continue to be a hater because we're gonna have 2 special guests and we're all gonna be haters together. But we're my Final Fantasy book. It's the fucking I'm not right. It's not a book I'm writing. It's a little challenge book that the girl issues you to go fight. Yeah, you were Nacho. You know what we were doing. We were doing the book. Yeah, you know what I mean. The book. The cat book. Yeah, I try to get the cat book cleared every week. I do it all the time. I like to clear the cat book. It's easy XP. As long as you don't forget to do it, which all I have to do is like 2 more dungeons and then I've cleared it. It's fine. I usually just re-roll and do the easy challenges again, then I hand it in to the girl. Because I'll usually get enough second chance points to... it's inside baseball. We're gonna be a hater. We're gonna hate on video game ads from the 2000s. I have to put together a playlist because I'm gonna find some commercials, but for the most part, we're gonna be doing a magazine ads. And we're gonna pick fun of the magazine ads, and we're gonna talk shit about them. It's gonna be fun. They're really, 2000s video game ads. That stream is still on. That's happening on Thursday. And then I will post my schedule on Friday. I'll auto-post it to Twitter, but I'm gonna be on a plane, so don't expect much. And then the following week, I'm gonna be streaming on Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Monday. Maybe Monday will be a bonus stream of some kind. But I won't be streaming. Well, maybe I'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, I need to pace myself because I have to prep Wednesday's stream because Wednesday's stream is going to be a complicated stream to do because we're going to talk about 9/11 and I'm going to try and get some of my footage from 9/11 to show. But we're for sure going to look at Osama bin Laden's hard drive on 9/11. And we're going to pick fun of Osama bin Laden because it's very funny to pick fun of Osama bin Laden. Well, okay, we can pick fun of Aaron Sorkin too. We can do the newsroom meme. We can be catty about Aaron Sorkin. But yeah, we could do that. We're gonna do that 9/11 stream on Wednesday of next week. He has a hard drive of anime. Yes, he does. He has a hard drive full of anime. That's the whole reason I'm doing this, just because it's funny. We're just gonna sit and watch his anime for like an hour. And then we're gonna bounce, and then on Thursday, Pat Ware is gonna teach me to play Monster Hunter. Pat Ware has attempted to teach me to play Monster Hunter. Last time we played together, and the game was being very crashy. So we're gonna try it again. Because I think I struggle with the networking in Monster Hunter. Like, sometimes it's very fickle and takes you out of the lobby a lot. But we're gonna give it an honest go. And it should be fun. We'll probably have a good time. Smashing shitty lizards and whatnot. My Monster Hunter training arc. The following week, I'm probably gonna go back to my Street Fighter training arc. We will. Pat Ware insists it's gonna be good times. Well, we could probably go back to my Street Fighter training arc. I got the Street Fighter to play. We'll see. I love having these chats, though. Just having chats is fun. I'm so glad that I have people. I'm so glad I have y'all coming by and chatting with me. You know, just chatting streams don't work without friends to chat with. I mean, I'm a good yapper. I could yap all day about nothing in particular. I like to stay on topic. I like to talk about bullshit. But, like, having... Here, let me go back to my... I need to make a new Darkstalkers. Yeah, why won't they? What's the deal with that? What's the deal with that? Why do they never make Darkstalkers anymore? Oh, the YouTube chat is not up because YouTube's not live. It's weird to see this skin in this room, isn't it? It feels like this skin doesn't belong in this room. Or I could just get rid of my whiteboard. Yeah. Yeah, Capcom needs to make a new Darkstalkers. I agree. I'm doing a tax audit. Yeah. Tax audit of my lair, my evil lair. Then I have my really cool just chatting room. Oops, I'm like scooted over from my arms though. The arms are tricky. You gotta line up. I like this though. This is a cool spot. This was fun to make. I don't need the YouTube chat. Game design for fighting games had advanced way further than when I first laid down. Yeah. I mean, Darkstalkers is weird like that. Darkstalkers is very attractive game-wise. I think one of the reasons... Yeah, sometimes they just come loose. No big deal. No big deal. You can't break the illusion. It's VTuber illusions. Sometimes they just pop off. They just pop off. You know, they just rip off. Sometimes you have a bad roll in your character generation life path, and Not over so they did sell Call of Duty numbers. Yeah. That is tricky. That is a tricky thing that they sometimes do. Where they're like, oh, we didn't make $1 bajillion? No, Mega Man Legends 3 for you. Why didn't we sell them more copies than there are consoles? I guess the game doesn't, I guess people just don't want it. We needed to sell more copies than it currently exist in the world. I'm a little anxious because Dragon's Dogma, I do have it. I want to play it at some point. But that was Itsuno, his last game, then he left Capcom. So if they do Devil May Cry 6, they're not going to have Itsuno anymore. And I don't know if they're going to do another one or not. Like 5 was, if they quit with 5, it's a good send-off for the series and I don't mind. But I would like more. I wouldn't turn down more. But they need to be good. Mid-tier games, you won't make all the money? Yeah, I agree. Why don't they just make cheaper games? They don't all have to be AAA, make a double... It used to be there was such a thing as a AA and single A game. Now people are like, oh, we're making quadruple A games now. We decided to add another A because our game is so big that we just didn't have enough. We need to make more letters. That's what indie games are for. That's why I like indie games, because they can be short and weird and fun, and they don't have to worry about like making more money than God. But AAA studios don't know how to do this anymore. AAA studios, they're just like, yeah, we have to make more money than we have to make a live service game, and if it's not a live service game, then we're not going to sell it. I was a background Mighty number 9 and I still haven't played it. I'm so bad. I'm so naughty. I'm sorry. Oh, EA Games is crashing. Yeah, it is, but it's also been in a state of free fall for like years. And I have honestly thought it wasn't sustainable years ago when everybody was making MOBAs. And now people are still spending more money than God to make games, and they're still doing their best and crashing and burning. So I don't know what's going to happen with video games. Like, there's been so many layoffs this year. And my heart really goes out to those developers because it's not their fault they got laid off. Being laid off sucks. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And the game industry is very fickle about this kind of thing. The game industry, they will chew up and spit you out because there's a passion-based industry and people have passion for video games and they want to make video games, which means they will eat a lot of dirt to make video games. They will get shit on to make video games because it's that they want to do, it's their dream. And, like, I sympathize with that because it is a dream to be able to make a video game and see your name in the credits and all that good stuff. So they work you really hard, and the working conditions aren't great, and the project's over, you get laid off, and then you gotta find another job. Lather, rinse, repeat. It's very difficult. And the working conditions aren't awesome, so I really feel like it would be better if they had better, stable jobs. Yeah, it's the thing. A lot of times that does happen. A lot of times people do make their own studios and make their own game. Or, like, you see promising developers who just cannot get their foot in the door, who eventually just start their own studio and make their own game. I've seen a lot of that, too. People I know. People that are like friends of mine who have said, like, well, fuck the industry. I'm just going to make my own damn video game. I'm just going to make a studio, 4 or 5 of my buddies, and we're going to make a game. And that often works out. You make a really good game that way. Like a lot of the really good indie games I've played have been with people that just decided to do their own thing because they just didn't want to. Yeah, exactly. Like, I am very much in support of people just making their indie game. Just make your passion game, whatever it is. You could kickstart it, whatever. You need to kickstart it. Just actually make it. Don't run a Kickstarter and then not make it. There's always drama when people, like, split up or whatever. The fucking Homestuck game that took forever to make. It's one simple example. Because people overscope and then they're like, oh, we have $1 million. What can we do with $1 million? And then they just don't realize that that's not that much money in game dev and that disappears. It's actually impressive. Concord will go down in history as the biggest disaster in gaming. It is absolutely unprecedented that they just refunded everybody. It's insane. Concerned Ape flunking in the corner puts out Stardew Valley and becomes God. Concerned Ape is so fucking good. Concerned Ape is so nice. And now, yeah, one person that made that entire Stardew Valley, everything. The pixel art, the music, everything. Ridiculous. Wasn't there a recent RPG made by single dev Chained Echoes? I haven't played that, but 8 years and hundreds of millions of dollars gone, so in Japan's gonna be pissed, yeah. Yeah, Toby Fox had some help with the art, but it is mostly Toby Fox's developer that did Undertale. Yeah. FNAF was a fluke because he made a bunch of failed games before that and then finally just like lucked onto a formula that worked. That's what it takes sometimes though. Like people don't realize how many iterations it takes to make a good hit game too, because it seems like these games come out of nowhere. But like for example, the Flappy Bird guy made 30 games before he hit Flappy Bird. And FNAF is the same way. Like he made a bunch of duds before he had a hit. Toby Fox did mods, so that wasn't his first game either. I really feel like Concerned Ape is one of the only devs that came out of absolute nowhere. I feel like, yeah. Or like even, I mean, I had the Stoky Doki Literature Club background going on, but like, Dan Savato was not like a big. He was a speedrunner. He shows up on EGDQ, right? And then he made this hit horror game that everybody liked. Not every game you scored out is going to come out. Yeah, exactly. You have to keep trying. It's all about the iteration. And what people do sometimes is they get a little bit too in their own head of like, I'm going to make my dream game the first time. And you kind of have to start, you know, somewhere. But it's kind of says character animations like animatronics. Yeah, I think it was like a comment that somebody made on a review. Like the characters look like animatronics. He was like, oh, okay, well, why don't I make animatronics game? And it worked. I mean, you know, take feedback, right? This is what people are saying. Who's the game for and do those people pick money? Yeah. I think people also... How to put it? Sometimes people don't consider who will spend money on what when they develop something. And I do think that that is a major hurdle for some people. Because I see this a lot in apps. Like, not games, but just apps. Like, if you want to make an app for, like, the phone, like the iPhone, and you want to make it like a productivity-style app, people will not pay you money for that. You will not make any money doing that whatsoever. Give up now. The only thing that makes money, like, serious money, is either, like, very specialized stuff. Like, somebody made an app for, like, fishing that was really, really specialized, and it was, like, specialized to, like, different lakes and everything. Like, that'll make money because it's targeting a specific segment of people and you know your audience. You can't just make an app for everyone and be like, oh, everyone will want this, because this is not how it works. So you target your specific audience of what you want to make something for. Because activist games journalists will pay money on their thing, but you're not going to have that game and, like, make it a big hit. But generally speaking, if you're going to make a game like that, you may as well release it for free. Because, yeah, they don't like to spend a lot of money. Like, release it for free with DLC or something like that. Yeah. Because a lot of times those games will be free to play. Well, it depends. But there's also, like, yeah, sex appeal is important. That's what I said, too. You missed my whole rant on that earlier. I was saying if people aren't drawing porn of your characters, you fucked up. Like, you need to make characters people want to draw porn of. Or you fucked up, basically. That's why Mihoyo makes more money than God. And these other companies, Lollipop Chainsaw, I'm excited. I have the original, but I would love to play the remake. I'm excited. It'll be fun. Concerning that Blue Archives is popular as I don't find it concerning at all. That's normal. Yeah, when you say the tax channel, Hoyo and PA will effectively rule the world. People want to see sexy characters. It's just bottom line. People want to see characters they think look cool. They want to have fun playing as those characters. They want to imagine themselves in those characters. The game is hard. Lollipop Chainsaw is a challenging game. Because you have to, like, kind of grind the levels over and over again to get better scores. It's kind of almost in the vein of, like, a God Hand. all in favor of sexy gacha games. I think that's the fucking move. Like, make sexy characters in your games. Why not? Why would you sell? Why would you like? I don't know. I think it's like a failure to understand human nature, because people are embarrassed about it. Like, that's the same reason, like, apps versus games. Like, games make more money than apps, but people are embarrassed about it. They don't want to admit that games make money. They don't want to admit that games with hot girls make, and hot guys too, like, fan service of dudes. Like, people go nuts for Aventurine, you know, in Star Rail, because people won't want to admit, like, the hot characters make more money, and it's just normal. That's just normal. People just want to be cool characters. They don't want to be dorky looking, boring characters. I'm like, that's what I mean. I don't matter if the character's like what their race is, because you can be a sexy character of any color, but just make them look cool and interesting. Americans are embarrassed about it. That's true. That's definitely an American thing. And it moves over to like a lot of our other decisions that we make too, which is why like you can have a lot of violence, but you can't have a lot of nudity. We get up in arms about. Exactly. Yeah. It's very weird like that. That's definitely American puritanism. See, I'm weird because, like, I was raised with, like, a more European sensibility, I think. And so when people are huge Puritans, I'm just like, eh? What? But why? Why? What? It's so confusing. It's just, that's, like, you know, the 12 nippled pigs thing is one thing, but, like, just normal sexuality. Sorry, Matt. Like, you missed the weird shit we were talking about earlier. What's the first gacha company to realize otome games were making as much as the rest of the gacha spirits? Yeah, because women also want to look at boys. Like, fujoshis exist and spend money. Like, right? Like, fujoshis have dollars. And fujoshis will spend money. Again, like, unlike other people, like, some people will not spend money, but fujos will spend money. America, Europe, to say Brazil or Southeast Asia, realize we've been sheltered and don't understand how the word actually works. So, I mean, that's fair. I haven't spent a lot of time in Europe, so I can't really talk about Europe that much. Like, personally, I haven't spent, but I feel like I was raised that way more. I'm waiting for Girls Frontline too. Yeah. Girls like to see guys do hot stuff, or girls like to see girls do hot stuff. I mean, I'm not going to be, like, heteronormative about it. I fucking like to see girls, like, oh, Kuma asked earlier, where was that body pillow? I'm pretty sure it was at MagFest. We just did some of the food time that would have called you crazy, but here we are. Well, Fujos, at the end of the day, want the same thing, which is they want fan service. I fell into the rabbit hole of Poolverine. I watched a video about it. I haven't read the fanfics yet. I didn't go that crazy. I might, though. I might go on AO3 and read the Deadpool Wolverine kissing each other fanfics. I feel like I don't need to read it. I feel like I can just write it in my head. I just close my eyes and I'm there. Without hot female character in video games, who would cosplay? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's one thing. That's right there. What's one thing right there? It is proof that women like hot characters in games because women want to cosplay as the hot characters in games. I do. Other women do. Most women do not want to see boring, ugly characters. It is a very small minority of feminists that like that kind of shit. And I'm not even saying all feminists, because I consider myself a feminist. But I'm just not sex negative about it. So it's a very small minority of, like, boring people that don't want the sex, like, the characters to look cool. Because, like, I love it when the characters look cool. Yeah, all on stare. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I told the story earlier because I used to do a lot more cosplay. I haven't done cosplay seriously in a couple years, but I used to do a lot more cosplay. And I usually cosplay fighting game characters because their outfits are simple, iconic, and, like, look cool. Yes! The Dragon Ball Z fandom is full of guys like that. Guys who specifically worked out because they wanted to be like their Dragon Ball Z character. And honestly, the reason I got in shape the first time was because I wanted to be Rainbow Mika. Like, I wanted to cosplay her. So basically, I lifted weights for like a solid 6 months to get buff enough to play her. Because I was just inspired. I just thought, like, that's a cool character. I want to be that character. I even have shoes that say Mika on. For lifting. Oh, I probably should have gotten Chun-Li ones, because they're the same sneakers that Chun-Li wears in her other outfit, and I have cosplayed her too. But it's because, like, I have an easier time building muscle than some girls, so, like, yeah, I decided I was just gonna go ahead and do Rainbow Mika. But I like the fighting game characters, because they're inspirational to me, like, because they're in good shape, and they also are hot. And they have, like, iconic outfits that aren't that difficult to, like, sew. Because sometimes, like, the Mihoyo outfits are really, really fiddly with lots of little pieces parts. But no, the Dragon Ball Z fandom is full of people who are, like, inspirational, honestly. Dragon Ball Z fandom is full of people who are like, yeah, I wanted to get buff because I wanted to be like Goku, so I wanted to train. Like, you see people like that all the time. I don't think anime fans are lazy at all. I think anime fans are often, like, really determined people who work very hard to achieve their goals. Because I've seen it so many times. And that's one of the reasons that I, like, got involved with hanging out with Dragon Ball Z fans, is just because I feel like they're just a really fun crowd to hang with. They're, first of all, fucking diverse. Because, again, it's not about, like, the corporation mandating diversity. It's just about, like, who is attracted to this. And it turns out that there's fans of that all over the world. And whenever you go to a con, you see fans of that anime of all shapes and sizes and colors. And that's beautiful, I think. But nobody had to tell that to happen, right? Like, that isn't top down. That's just what people love. Nobody, like, put in a mandate, you know? Like, but I love that, personally. Like, I love going to Dragon Con for that reason, because there's just so many people there, all ages, all shapes and sizes. Yeah, it's sweet. So that's why I don't, like, totally click with the, oh, it's the diversity and inclusion. Because that's not really the problem, because I think fandoms should be diverse and they should be inclusive. What's a problem is somebody doing it in a disingenuous bullshit way where they're lying about their real motives. Just make it a welcoming place for everyone to be, and the people will come. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Just welcome people in. Don't kick them out. Don't tell them that they're not pure enough. Don't tell them that they're not good enough. If somebody has never watched Dragon Ball and they want to learn to be like Goku because they want to lift a weight, I mean, that rules to me. This is the best. That's how I feel about it. But I do think that a lot of women feel intimidated. Yeah, just don't needlessly force it. Just let people in. Just, like, let people enjoy themselves the way they want. Yeah. So I have a strong feeling about it, but not in the way that a lot of people do, where they're like, because I think that there's a right and wrong way to go about it. And, like, the wrong way to go about it is the disingenuous way. And I could go on and on about, like, games that I knew were bullshit because it was coming from the wrong place. Like, hell, I'll go into it. That Dustborn game that everybody's picking fun of. That game looks crappy. I'm not gonna play it. But I just don't want to suffer, okay? But I watched the first, like, I watched a couple clips of it. And, like, it's obvious that these people are not American. They are from Norway, making commentary on American politics. And it just doesn't feel genuine. Which is why everybody's dunking on it. Because it doesn't feel genuine. It's from outsiders. And they don't really, one clip I saw was enough. Because they didn't know what a s'more was. And, like, if you're not American, you don't know what a s'more is. I get it. But a s'more is not made with the saltine cracker. A s'more is made with the graham cracker. They're confused about what a graham cracker was. Yeah, because, okay, yeah, Dustborn, yeah. Because the clip of Dustborn is them going, well, you put the marshmallow on a cracker, and then it's like a salty cracker marshmallow. And I'm like, that's not what a s'more is. Do you not Do you not know what a s'more is? Wait, how do you... and they're shitting on it like... I don't know why anybody would eat that. Well, you don't know what it is! That really stuck in my craw. Hang on, I'll find the clip. I'm gonna find the clip. It's such a stupid thing for me to get stuck on, but I seriously got stuck on it because I was like, this is everything I need to know about your game, is that you don't know anything about America because you don't, and like, I'm not even mad. I mean, I sound a little mad, but I'm not mad. I'm just like, what are you commenting on? I tweet too much. No way, it wasn't that long ago. It was a retweet. Oh, I want to listen to the Final Fantasy podcast. Where is it? Oh, it's further down. I know it is. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, this is why I went nuts about s'mores. Because I was like, listen, do you know what a fucking s'more is? Okay, here we go. I found it. Alright, so this is a clip from somebody else's stream. Savvy. I don't know. She played the whole game. So, I'm gonna swap over to my other room again. Get out of the way here real quick. You'll see what I mean when I show this, you'll see what I mean. Oh, that's me. YouTube Studio, no. Okay. Here, this clip. I think I'll full screen it, I guess. No, that's not gonna work because then it's like two. This is just all fucking x.com. Here, I will just do this and then I will swap to. I don't know how to do this. How to make this show in a way that isn't hard to look at. Gonna have to cope with it being tiny, I guess.
I'm sorry, was that an inappropriate response?
Not at all. What he said. She said. It. What are you, robot?
So they asked the robot its pronouns, but whatever.
Wait, so how do we make s'mores?
You put a marshmallow on a stick, roast it, and
she missed the part that made me mad.
Crackers. Make it a salted marshmallow cracker sandwich.
It's not salted.
Ah. That sounds awful.
Again, Theo, I'm with you.
See, they don't know what it is. Which is, like, not a crime. But you're making a game that's supposed to be about American road trip culture, and you don't know what a s'more is. So they basically have a character that's like a mouthpiece for the developers, picking fun of the fact that anybody would ever eat a s'more. No, those are real voice actors. There's interviews with them. Picking fun of the fact that anybody would ever eat a s'more. Oh, I don't know. It's a cracker. Well, yeah, if you're not from America, you don't understand, because I go into it in this thread what a s'more is. A s'more is a graham cracker, and a graham cracker is not the same as a regular cracker. I'll say a prayer for Savvy playing through the entire game, so we didn't have to. Yeah, she took one for the team on this one. So I did a thread about this because I was fucking annoyed. Salt and sweet go together all the time. Yeah, absolutely. I did a thread about this because I was annoyed. This is what a s'more looks like. This is your lesson. This is what a s'more looks like. That is not a salty cracker. It's a cracker with, like, brown sugar on it. Yeah. It took me 2 seconds. Right, because it's a normal, it's easy to Google. They were like, oh, it's on a cracker? So 2 pieces of graham cracker is what's throwing them off. They think Americans don't know what a s'more is? Yeah, because obviously we would know. I don't want to hear people who burn their fish in a hole with live streams like we should have all flavor profiles. No, because it's an American thing. And the reason it's an American thing is because we invented the graham cracker because, as pointed out, this was supposed to be anti-masturbatory. It's not, it's a kind of bland sweetness. it was originally invented to like stop people from jacking it. I don't know how well that worked, but that was the yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about how the USA is weird and full of Puritans and full of weird Puritans. Yeah, so a graham cracker is a sweet flavored cracker made with graham factor that originated in the United States in the mid-19th century. The United States of America. It is eaten as a snack food. The graham cracker was inspired by the speeching of Sylvester Graham, who was part of the 19th century temperance movement. He believed that minimizing pleasure and stimulation of all kinds, including the prevention of masturbation, coupled with a vegetarian diet anchored by bread made ground coarsely, was how God intended people to live. Toward that end, Graham introduces the first Graham wafer product. It was a dull, unsifted flour biscuit made by Graham. The sugarless wafers were a key component in the diet. Yeah. Oh, Behind the Bastards on Kellogg? Fucking fascinating shit, yeah. So yes, in case you can't see it from the write-up. Hey, this is class. Class is still in session. I can't believe I'm still talking. I guess I can't believe I'm still talking. I talk too fucking much. Class is still in session. The point of the graham cracker was supposed to prevent you from jacking it. You're telling me this guy thought people wanted to live as low energy vegans? Yes. Correct. They wanted people to live as low energy vegans. And the graham crackers were part of it. And so the original graham crackers were graham flour, shortening, lard, and molasses. So the molasses is where the sweetness comes from. So they're slightly sweet. They're not. The graham crackers are made ingredient preparation more. And it's important that they're slightly sweet because that adds the flavor profile, because the marshmallow is very sweet. So you get the marshmallow, you put a little caramelization on it to get that burnt flavor. And then Hershey's chocolate is the traditional thing. And that, I feel, is important to the profile, because if you haven't had Hershey's chocolate is sour. It's not fully sweet. Like a milk chocolate. Like Hershey's milk chocolate is sour. So you have a little bit of like all the flavor profiles, and it comes together. Yeah, it's a sour sweet. Yeah, it's acrid. It's on purpose like that. That's how they do it. They have to make it on purpose. It's a very specific flavor. Yes, it's not good. No, it's actually like not a great chocolate. But the combination of it on here is like a matching flavors, because it has all the different textures and flavors. That's why they're this way. So no, it's not just a marshmallow on a salted cracker, you dumb Norwegians. That's all I needed to know. I didn't need to watch the rest of the game. I'm like, you can't comment on America if these are supposed to be your American characters on an American road trip, and none of them thinks this s'more is delicious. You know? Like, just to be curious about the culture you're picking fun of. Like, I can always tell if something is not made by Americans, because they'll have, like, weird things in it that don't make sense. But, like, usually it's with love. Like, Ubisoft is a French company, and they make games about America all the time. And it's hilarious. Like, Far Cry, you're in Norway, go eat some s'mores and have a wank. Yeah. Technically, you're not supposed to masturbate after you eat a graham cracker. It's supposed to somehow prevent, I don't really know. But yeah, Kellogg's cereal is the same. Corn Flakes is the same. Like, Corn Flakes, that has that history as well. Will Kellogg for patients at the Battle Creek Sanitarium. Yeah, so the history is that he wanted it to be blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There it is. A simple, pure, unstimulating diet which included cornflakes to suppress people's sexual desires. They just were, dude. There was just so many Puritans. It's coming back. It's coming back. We're there now. We do have another 6 hours. Ariat, come on and tell us about the history of anti-sex. We never left. It's always been a fight. It has been. The culinary equivalent of listening to Ben Shapiro. Yeah, it's just you eat the cornflakes and it causes you to lose your boner. You're like, cornflakes. Oh, my boner went away. We do a Puritan culture stream. Next, the history of the U.S. only by fucking sex creeps that didn't want anybody to have sex ever. It's bad that I actually like Jordan Peterson until he went off the rails. Well, the thing is that Jordan Peterson initially, he seems like he knows what he's talking about. Like in his earlier stuff, like if you listen to him, it's like he says a lot of stuff like basic stuff like take care of yourself, clean your room. And that all makes sense. Like that's all just shit you need to hear. Like, it's all pep talk shit that you need to hear. But, you know, then it kind of went off the rails. Yeah. Puritans of Europe? Yeah, exactly. This mainline Protestant, where there's a lot of weirdness. I have personally gotten in trouble for playing Dungeons and Dragons. By crazy church people. Twice! I got in trouble twice. They fled Europe because they were too lewd. Europe was too lewd. Yeah, they were like, oh, we want to be less lewd, so we have to leave Europe. Yeah. Yeah, they thought D&D was the devil too. Yeah, that's the whole reason. Like the pilgrims, like, that was a whole religion thing. They were separatists fleeing religious persecution, but it was because they were like more Puritan than, yeah. Always been that way. This country is just like that. It was founded on this. I'd have to do like more research to really talk about like all the history of it, but I just knew that bit about cornflakes and graham crackers because like, yeah, they invented that as a breakfast food to like basically just like, oh, don't get horny. You can't get horny. So all of breakfast cereals were invented because of this guy Kellogg, John Harvey Kellogg. And he strongly rejected fundamentalist and curvist notions of the atonement of Jesus. This guy's a real piece of work, actually, and he invented breakfast cereal. he's a real piece of work, and he invented breakfast cereal. I'm time traveling back to talking about game design for confused Christian women. The Sawbones podcast did an episode on him. That sounds fucking good. Yeah, this guy's crazy. Yeah, concept of original sin and human depravity. Like, point buy systems, you fucking degenerates! Degenerate acts like eating food with flavors and point buy systems in RPGs. His brother was pro-wanking and invented Frosted Flakes. Oh, Lord. Too much space just leads to cults because you get enough people isolated, enough stuff happens. It's true. We do have cults. There are cults in this country for sure. Granula? I don't know, man. His younger brother, Will Keith Kellogg invent Frosted Flakes? Was he like, I think people should be allowed to jack it. Views on health. Views on alcohol. Views on water. Incorrect uses of the water cure. I don't know, there's a lot going on. Oh no! Racial segregation! Eugenics and sterilization! Okay, we're done with Kellogg. That's enough learning about Kellogg's today. I think dogs should vote! I derailed improvs with... I derailed an improv group with I think dogs should be able to vote once. We were at a murder mystery dinner. I just told the guy, I think dogs should vote. He was like, oh my god, you also have the brain worms. If I say the power words, I can make Lita leave a voice chat. Oh, goodness. Oh. Golly. Could be worse, could be Amish. And if somebody told me he lives in isolation, road trip, drinking booze about his young as 12, and Slang just wasn't normal, becoming normal in isolation, well, normal, pretty much anything. That's why Appalachia is weird, because people get isolated in the Appalachia. They get isolated, and then it just changes their whole like worldview. It happens online too, though. People get in their little groups. That's why you gotta branch out, talk to people about other stuff. You know, you gotta expose yourself to different people. That's like the good part of diversity. You know, you gotta expose yourself to different people, different thoughts. And then getting outside your comfort zone. People get tunnel visioned. They get into their like bubbles. You're not gonna expose yourself to new people. Yeah, don't expose yourself like don't expose yourself. Don't like that. Not that kind of exposing yourself. Aw, you know we have a lot of Amish around here because we're in that part of the country. And they do some pretty good baking, so there's at least that. They're really good bakers. We've been spending most our lives living in an Amish paradise. Turn butter once or twice, living in an Amish paradise. There's Amish apple butter. Apple butter's pretty good. Pies. You have a funny, short, and sweet Amish story? Coolio hated that, I know. Coolio wasn't cool about it. I'm gonna sing the whole song. Don't even get me started. You can't sing it to Gangsta's Paradise, though, because it doesn't actually match up exactly. I have a real funny, sweet... Tell me your funny Amish story, Pat Weir. One mark I worked out would have Amish films come through, and every once in a while I was slid away from the group. I'm getting ready to find a read to do, too. Because it's been 3 hours of me yapping. Good yap, everyone. I love Scrub, but I kind of don't want to rate Scrub because I'm still avoiding spoilers for Outer Wilds all this time. 5 minutes later, I found the magazine rack with reading a Tiger Beat. Oh, Tiger Beat. Every other artist Weird Al parodied. Yeah, most of them really liked it. Like, I remember the story that Kurt Cobain was, like, delighted. I think most people are delighted if they're like, they feel like they've really made it. If Weird Al's parodying your song, it's like, I finally made it. I finally made a song Weird Al picked fun of. It's like a rite of passage. Coolio wasn't into it. Tiger Beat that's so funny. I knew some really religious people when I was growing up, and like they weren't allowed to play video games and stuff like that. They weren't allowed to play the certain video games, like they've had magic in it. The one kid that was a religious, I was like, well, we can play Soul Blazer because that you play an angel and all your magic comes from God. And they were like, okay. Soul Blazer and ActRaiser were okay to play for the religious kids. Because they're games where you play as angels and all your magic comes from God, so it's fine. I don't know, I didn't run into them again as an adult. It was kind of just a kid thing. I was just really familiar with like all the video games, so I was like, well, okay, you can't play Earthbound because in Earthbound you like have to fight the psychic powers come from the kids, and that's kind of satanic. But in not ActRaiser, because in ActRaiser you play as an angel, so it's fine. I have no clue. I mean, anytime I was told no to something, I pretty much got interested in it immediately. So. Yeah. Prince said no to Weird Al every time. No playing Hellraiser, the video game. Yeah. My mom bought me like pretty much every game I asked for. Ironically, except for Devil May Cry. I had to buy that one myself. It's like, I don't know about that. That has a lot of demons in it. That worked out. I didn't get into that at all. I didn't make that part of my personality at all. No, I have Darkwing Duck. I have all kinds of Darkwing Duck shit. I have Darkwing Duck, the old NES one. I have posters, I have comics, I have a lot of toys. You've seen the toy on my desk. If you haven't, it's in my Raid trailer. I have a Darkwing. I have tons of Deadpool shit, too. That's like my favorite thing ever. Beast Wars, I collected those forever. Next time I do a just chatting stream, I'm going to unbox the Beast Wars Monopoly. about Count Duckula? I wanted to make my lore video a Count Duckula parody. I think I still might at some point. Count Duckula rules. But he's a vegetarian. He doesn't drink blood. He just drinks tomato juice. It's okay. It's fine. I really like Danger Mouse too. Danger Mouse is awesome. The eye patch, such a badass. Great show. So many memories. Yeah, I've watched a lot of cartoons. I watched a lot of old cartoons. Next stream Thursday. And we're gonna have some guests, and we're gonna talk about video game ads. And then I'm gonna be at Disney, so you won't hear from me over the weekend unless I do a really quick, like, hey, I'm at Disney kind of thing. I probably won't. I'll probably just enjoy myself. And then probably, how the fuck did cartoons get away with half the shit they did? I can answer that question, but that would be a whole other stream. Ren and Stimpy, I know a shitload about. Ren and Stimpy is very interesting. The development and creation in Ren and Stimpy is very interesting. I could talk for an hour about just that, probably. The quick and dirty answer is that there's a couple tactics that cartoons used to get away with stuff. One is you would write it worse in the script so that when the censor cut it back, they would cut it back to what you really wanted. That's an old, ancient, venerable trick. Two, you would simply not write the thing in the script at all and just never tell them that you were going to do it, which is how Beast Wars got away with some of the shit it got away with. Because if you read the script, like, some shit just flat out isn't in there and got changed in production. And well, there was one more I was going to say. Oh, the other thing is just Ren and Stimpy in particular had a really, really slow development cycle because he was always breaking deadlines. I mean, that's a whole other stream in and of itself because I have a lot. There's like a lot of backstory with Ren and Stimpy because I really like the show, but like there's also like a lot of scandals and shit around it. But for the most part, they would write something like more raunchy than you would want, and they would get it cut back. And then when they cut it back, they would have it cut back to what they wanted. So, like, Gravity Falls, he has some really good examples of shit that, like, the censors cut. Thank you for following. That the censors would, like, cut back in Gravity Falls, and then he would be like, "Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant this," and he would just like put it. Yeah, that's totally common for cartoons to do that kind of shit. So, Batman the Animated Series, they had like a no list of stuff they weren't allowed to show. And they just had this like list, like, you can't show somebody doing this, you can't do somebody doing that, you can't do somebody doing that. But then they would try to push the envelope every single time, and so they would get it handed back, and they would just still go ahead and do it. So, like, Batman is a good example of a cartoon that pushed the envelope constantly all the time. I feel like if you don't have that kind of push and pull, the product is worse. Like, old Ren and Stimpy was funny because they got away with so much shit, and the second you're like, oh, I don't know, do whatever, then it wasn't as good because they didn't have that pushback of like, oh, they're getting away with something. Oh, now they're just doing whatever. This is not as funny. I feel like the same way with like the HoloLive girls. Like, people are interested in them like accidentally saying something raunchy because they're not supposed to. That's why it's funny, right? Whereas when I say it, who cares? Because I'm just a degen who likes point blank systems. Not approved by standards and practices. Now approved by standards and practices. Yes. That's the Gravity Falls one. That's so fucking funny. Not approved by standards and practices. Now approved by standards and practices. Is banning them getting away with it? Exactly. It's more fun if you feel like they're getting away with something than if they're just like doing an adult. Like, there's some really good adult cartoons too, like Duckman's hysterical. But that's different. That's like an adult cartoon for adults. This is just raunchy as shit. You didn't expect it because it's Duckman. I think Alice watched the like intro to that and was like, whoa, what the fuck? And we're like, that cartoon is for adults. That is not a kid's show. It's a good show though. Yeah. We're like, yeah, we're not Duckman. When I said never stop kids, never. Never. Duckman, yeah. I think kids should watch adults' cartoons. Why the fuck not? All the jokes are gonna go over their heads anyway. All the raunchy jokes go over their heads. You think the kid got the fingerprints joke when they were kids? No way. Kids don't get it. They're just like, I don't get it. Right? Let's do a random raid. That's something for the adults to enjoy. The kids won't even notice. Yeah, basically. Yeah, there's so many jokes like that in this old cartoons. I'm gonna raid someone I've never raided before, but she's doing anime NYC recap, so I'm interested to learn more about that. And then we'll see you on Thursday when we're gonna look at ads and laugh and pick fun of them till about this time, and then I'm gonna have to go to bed because I'm gonna fly out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. This is so much fun. I'm so glad we got to talk shit about a shitty video game. God, I love being a hater. Gives me life. Spider gang, gang, gang. Okay, it's Spider gang. We're doing it. We can all be haters together. I love being a hater. I'm also baffled by the degenerate point by. Yeah, I'll be thinking about that all night. Fucking degenerates. How dare you? How dare you want a point by system in your RPGs, you perverts? All right, friends, we will catch you next time. Let's get some outro music here. I have an outro song. I don't play that very often. There we go. That's the song that it's supposed to play at the end of the stream. Point by degenerates at total nonsense moments. You point by degenerates! How dare you! Love you guys. See you Thursday.